Hello, everybody. Happy Fishy Friday. Here's to you. Let me know if it all sounds okay and looks okay. Josh is here. He'll be in a little bit. He's dealing with an emergency out there right now. We had to set up a hospital tank yesterday, and somebody kicked it or tripped on it or something, but it got unplugged. So he's out there dealing with that right now. Oh, ouch. Jerry's here and Reaper's here, so he'll be on the live stream tonight too. Reaper, get yourself a beer. He's on the back deck right now. Oh, shit. So now let me see. Oh, let me get this count right down here for all the people. Okay. This over here. There we go. Raheem says, "Hey, Rich, how you doing?" I'm a bit sore, but I'm doing good. I fell yesterday. I didn't re-break my ribs, so we're okay. But I took a hell of a fall down the stairs backwards, and I've got it on video. So I'm going to show you that later on tonight. Has anybody got a number of how many people are here? I'm going to refresh my page right now to see. There we go, 45. There we go. Now I can see. Get this set up, guys. Now go over here to analytics. There we go. Now find the numbers. All right, there we go. 50 people. So I don't want to show you the pictures or videos too soon, so we're gonna have to just talk for a little bit. I got my numbers up. Thanks, guys. And I got Tracy right here on my phone watching her. We don't have a nurse out there. So let me see. Man, a lot has happened this week. It's been so crazy. As you guys know, I don't know if y'all know or not, but Josh got a new motorcycle. And he had to sell his old bike, the red one with the 30-inch big tire, chrome, beautiful bike. I had to buy that from him. So to come up with that kind of money, I had to go and sell some of my jewelry, which I don't really wear no more anymore. Anyways, you know, it's just been stashed away. But I had a 1-pound necklace, 14 karat gold of a Figaro link. And Tracy used to wear it as a belt around her, but that was my big chain, you know. And I got that, I don't know, 25 years ago. And it's 446 grams, actually. 440 is a pound. And I took that to the store where I bought it from. And my God, it was crazy how much I got for that. So I used that money to buy the Harley off of Josh. And now I've got my chopper and my big wheel bagger sitting in my garage, just like I always wanted. So the blue bike is outside. The black bike is outside there in the carport, along with my riding lawnmower now. Since we cleared out that carport, I've got room to park under there. So we got the boat up and going. Freeze plugs are in. It's working. So that can go down to the lake now. And oh, look at Josh, he's here.
How you doing? Out there fixing issues.
I told him. And then let me see what else we got done out there. We got the coil for the dune buggy put in, but the battery was dead. So I put it on charge all night last night. I didn't get a chance to start it today, though. But as far as Wellsville for the dune buggy, nah. You know, it's so far away, and then you're just going there to beat on something. I'd rather take the four-wheelers and the dirt bike there. That dune buggy is more of a street machine. You know, I mean, it looks cool.
Or was that everyone on these side by sides? Not nowadays. All
Right.
the big Can-Ams, even Wellsville isn't too pleasant on a 4-wheeler anymore.
Right. But I don't want to take that dune buggy there. It's too
Oh, for
pretty.
sure.
So I mean, that thing, if that rolls down the hill, you're busting off the wing, you're busting off the top lights. You know, you're scratching all that stuff, and then you're limping home. You know?
Yeah.
So it's more of a, you know, a trail bike, a trail buggy, and you know, pleasant trails. You know, grass. You know, stuff like the brickyards down here in Wayne County. But you know, I tell you, I'll take it up to the store. You know, go grocery shopping in, and I'll drive that all around the place. Go through the parks with it. It's a fun little buggy.
All right, let me pull up the chat here. Chat here.
Turn your volume down.
Working on it.
So, what'd you think about that fall yesterday?
I told you it looked like a cartoon character.
It did. I was walking up the stairs and I got my hands full of all kinds of stuff. My flip flop caught the top lip of the top step, so I couldn't put my foot in front of me, and I fell forward, and the door catches me right across my chest here where my broken ribs are. And I'm like, ugh! And then this rug slides out from under me, pointing me backwards now. And now I'm falling backwards down the stairs I just came up. I rolled down the stairs, hit the bottom. I don't know what I did, but I didn't re-break my ribs. But something on this side, these are my broken ribs here. Something on this side in the back keeps knocking the wind out of me today. So I think I pulled a muscle, maybe. Hurt a tendon, something like that. But, you know, I'm sore as can be. My elbows hurt, my knees hurt, my toe. I don't know how I jammed it. Maybe when I tumbled over and hit the cement down there.
Mm-hmm.
But it ain't broken. I'm just sore. Matter of fact, I'll show it later. Let me show it to you guys now. Let's see. There's the fall. Okay, you ready? Now, I come up from the fish room up into the laundry room. There you go. Now, on the left side right here, watch this. Got my hands full. Got my other hand full. Oh, hit the door. Oh, my goodness. There goes the rug. Oh, oh, it was horrible. Just if you watch my toes, you see my feet. If you watch that, you see my feet get caught in that top stool, and then top step, and then look at the other foot, and you'll see the white carpet crumble up where my foot slid out from under and made me roll backwards. I'll play it again. Oh no. Here we go. All right. There goes see how the carpet's laying flat? There's my right foot. Oh, there it goes. Ow.
Yep.
I clipped it for you. It's on there. It hurt though. Let me tell you, it hurt.
You guys got your weekly fill of Big Rich falling.
Well, it's been, you know, I originally fell onto the trailer and busted my ribs. 2 weeks later, just starting to heal up, feeling better. I pushed the neighbor's motorcycle and it starts and he takes off and I hit the ground, busted open my cheekbone here and you know, re-broke my ribs.
Yeah.
I've been in pain for a while now. It's like, you know, a month and a half, and I just got over yesterday. I was feeling so good. I'm showing everybody how I can move, and you know, I can cough now without it hurting. You know, I'm not yelping. And then I fall and do this. Now I'm sore everywhere. But this will go away in like 2 days. You know, it ain't broken ribs.
Fair
enough. Harley Jim says that shoe flipped you and flopped you. That's what Richie said, because Richie come running in. He heard me yelling. I'm on the ground down there going, ow, 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 ow. And Richie come running in from outside, and he helped me up. And oh, my God. Doobie says he didn't spill his drink. Yes, the hell I did. That cup went flying out of my hand when I went backwards. I didn't spill it at first. Yeah. Oh yeah, everyone's talking about your bike.
Mm-hmm.
The Batman costume you should be wearing.
So I've got an idea on that. I'm gonna take it in. I'm gonna have some airbrushing done to it on the bags and
Okay, hang on a
the
second.
tank.
I'm gonna pull it up. No. There's Josh's bike. You know, black and red does look like the original Batman car. The black and red.
No,
You know?
Batman's one thing. I found out today that the bike's name is Darth Vader.
Darth Vader don't have no red in them.
He's got a red lightsaber.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true.
And they actually make Harley horns for it. That is the Darth Vader skull.
Oh yeah.
So I could, you know, airbrush Darth Vader onto the bags. Batman, Deadpool. Oh, what the?
Your seat just went down.
You just fell
Went back?
backwards.
Okay.
Like that one. All right, fixed it.
I'm gonna move this down.
Or I was thinking like a demon of some sort. But I definitely think I'm going to get something brushed under those bags, possibly the tour pack trunk or tank. But that's in time. Nothing I'm doing right now. There's not really much I can do to that bike. I've got the new sets of sounds coming, and that's about it.
No. Get that picture back up.
No. Yeah, gotta keep going on. But I'm actually waiting until next week before I can technically ride it, because I came over here and showed you. That was on my way home. I get home and I start going through it, and I'm like, why is my tour pack rattling? Come to find out, the docking hardware for the tour pack, all the screws were out of it, so that tour pack was just sitting there. The only thing holding it on was the amp wires.
Take rubber washers and put between the tour pack and the mounting hardware when you put the screws back in. And
Where the tour pack bracket mounts onto the bike, it's called docking hardware. It's two nubs that stick out on each side. The tour pack sits on and clicks down.
Okay.
And the screws holding that docking hardware in were gone. So they could have just slipped right off.
Okay, now see, look at your red ring trim. Now is that a special cover?
That is a cover. Correct.
So
that he had red anodized at the shop that did the rest of the bike.
Okay, well, on the speakers, I'm talking the 1-inch tweeters and the thing, that's like a plastic or a hard rubber cover, ain't it?
It's metal.
Metal? Okay.
Red anodized.
I don't think that's red anodized right here. I know this one's red anodized. This looks like red plastic.
The front and back speakers are the same.
No, look at that. That's red anodized. This is red anodized. That is not.
Got a sunlight reflection off one and off the other. You're basing it off the picture.
Okay, well, I'll look at it again. But you know, I do love your new bike. It is you know, beautiful. You know, you only got the, what's that, 28-inch tire now instead of the 30?
It's a 26.
26. You had to give that up. But that's the only thing you gave up to have more power, more, you know, system and less miles. And I'm damn happy with my bike. Oh no, what's that? Oh, webcam back on.
There you go.
Go up here and go to the top. Now I've got my bike sitting in my garage right there.
I see Joe from their world's watching. He said there's only one demon logo you want on the side of that bike. Well, Joe, one day when you grow up, you know, you could maybe sell that demon one day.
Don't ask him to sell that demon. No.
I'm just saying.
He had that special made. He went to the factory. That is in his family for life, okay? You as a friend should accept that.
I do, but I gotta give him shit. I'm saying he could sell that demon and buy himself a nice Harley.
He can afford a nice Harley like this and go riding with us if he so wanted.
He's texted me so many times, sell that piece of junk, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no, sell that damn demon, son. We're not selling these bikes. No, I've got mine, but see now, here's the thing. I love it. It fits my, look at my Camaro and all the chrome on it. Look at the chrome on this and the red. It fits my chopper. It fits my Camaro. It fits my garage. I just don't like that gray seat. I want it black with red stitching.
You should put us in front of the bike so they can see me talking and I'll point.
I got to move this down and keep doing that over and over again. And I'll get to it. So now both myself and both of my boys got all big wheel baggers to go riding now. If I want to go with them, I'll take my chopper. I love that bike. And if I want to take somebody on the bike with me, I'll take the big wheel bagger.
When you're looking right here, this air cleaner right here, this is like a $400 chromed out high airflow air cleaner. It's not one of them cheap ones off of Amazon. It's a super nice one. So you want them lower fit bearings on there, and
with the 8 speakers in it, or the 8-inch speakers.
6.5.
6.5.
I was going to do that, but you changed the look of this bike going to that stupid round air filter.
I'll find something.
And I didn't know that's all they have. You need a high airflow. You just have round. You can find different variations of round, but that's it.
I've seen clover shaped. I've seen UFO looking things. There's all kinds of things. I'll find you a nice one. I mean, I'll find me a nice one.
Look, but I'm having a hard time finding a black and red. All I found was brown because I don't like the one that's on my bike. But you give up that big chunk of chrome, which is a major part of making this bike look good, right, and you take it back. I don't know. I personally was going to get them lower fairings painted and set them on the shelf and not do it because you have the extra 8s in the bag. So you technically have the same amount of speakers as us. And you're
more
not.
Better.
I get it. But
what was my motto growing up? Too much is never enough.
But also one thing you also have to do is drill these crash bars right here, and you have to run. You have to run. No, I have the mounts. They're actually sitting on the bottom of the thing right now. But you have to drill it, run the wires through, and then you either have to attach it to the frame going up the neck, or you have to drill the frame and bring them through. Something I did not want to do.
Well, you got to worry about it now. I'll get it done. And this winter, I'm gonna take that seat up to the leather shop. Mm-hmm. You know, our buddy that runs the leather shop, the Real Deal Head Shop. He also has that leather shop.
I would not take it to him.
Why?
He's a podunk leather shop. You want this done by a fucking artist because he'll do the stitching. He'll make sure the lines are completely right. The Real Deal does leather work, but not like this. I've got a guy you can take it to. Gonna do it right.
Okay. Well, that was my go-to guy because way back when I was doing the remember my 81 Harley Dyno White Black, mm-hmm, and I fringed it out. I got all that fringe from him. He gave me boxes of stuff, and then I made my own fringe for like all around the floorboards, under the frame. The handlebars fringe were like 3 foot long, mm-hmm, all up the back sissy bar. I put fringe everywhere on that bike.
Yeah, that stuff was silly.
Huh?
That stuff was silly.
You're out of your mind. That was a good looking bike.
I have a feeling you're gonna have fringe tassels hanging from this bike.
Not this one. No. This is like too much close. It's too close to my Camaro. It's red and chrome. That's it. There's no. That bike was fringe. It was all black and it had, mm-hmm, black fringe everywhere. And that was its theme. That's not this bike's theme.
So I will say the black bike has more money into the build, but looking at it with just a naked eye.
What do you mean black bike?
Mine.
Oh, your new bike.
It has more.
See,
more
that's what we like doing is buying other people's stuff that they've already wasted their money on. So Josh got that bike, talked him down. He had problems with it. The guy couldn't get the idle working, and it was idling at 1,500 RPM or something.
2,000.
2,000 RPM. So he'd started up and he'd just, whoa! Josh went over there and he looked it over, and low mileage motor, big motor, and he sat there and he made.
Problem was he put a brand new exhaust on, and when you put a new exhaust on, high airflow, technically it's a stage 2. You have to retune the motor, have to set the ECM, and get it to idle where you want it with the new, air fuel, mixture. So I went home, I did some research on it. We cut a deal. Not until after he handed me the title and I gave him the cash, I did my test drive. I'm like, all right, I'll take it. I then sit in his driveway. It literally took me 65 seconds. And I'm like, all right, I fixed the idle. I literally turned it on for 10 seconds, turned it off for 10 seconds. On, off, on, off, on, off. On the 5th time, you turn it on and you start it, and it trains the ECM that, hey, this is the new idling position. Don't act like I'm sitting here holding the throttle open. And it started, it goes up 2,000 RPM and drops to about 1,000. I'm like, I fixed it. He said, "You smart motherfucker."
In his driveway before leaving the place, the guy couldn't fix this at all. He got quoted what, $1,500 to hook it up to a machine and have somebody else do it for him and shit. And he was done. He's like, "That's it, I'm done."
I was not. I would not drive that bike that hot. Hang on, I'm directing Reaper on the back porch.
We could do the drinking word as fall, for sure. All right, so let me get this bike off here. We'll bring it up again later, maybe. Red Harley. There we go. So yeah, now we all three got big tire baggers, and we all got ideas we want to do to them.
Yeah, and just word to the wise. Every time you pull that thing out of the driveway, it's at least $300.
Stop it.
Just saying. Every time I've driven it, I've broke it.
Well, you're fixing somebody else's abortion is what you're doing. Now it's pretty well fixed.
I don't know. I got my new bike. I hopped on it. Something went wrong, and I had to come home and fix it.
That's, again, somebody else's abortion.
Your other son, every time he drives it, something happens.
See, people don't work on cars the way, me and Richie did, the Camaro. You can take that out and drive it and come back, and then nothing happens, It's solid, it's built right, it's done. Other people slap shit together, and then he's trying to put a system in. There's wires that shouldn't be here. They should have been ran better this way or that way, and things ain't, like there's an amp down in that saddlebag that's not even mounted, it's just flopping in there.
I'm just saying, these things get a bad rep because they're trailer queens. People haul them down to bike week, take them off the trailer, then ride them up to the show. They have their audio competition, and back in the trailer they go. Now we buy them and we're like, they're Harleys. You're right.
Right.
So now we're using them as the daily drivers, and we're like, these things were not made for it. They look good.
They are made for it, because you see other people. Guy buys a brand new Harley and rides it every single day of his life, including through winter. And puts on 500 miles a day on it, and he drives the shit out of it.
I mean, a normal Harley, yeah.
This is everybody else is bolting on parts and add-ons to make it this whole show thing. And they're not doing it right. They're doing it as fast as possible, taking as many shortcuts as possible. We have to go back and fix everything that breaks from there, So I'm going to go through
you come out, you get on your bike, you forgot to put the air ride up all the way, and you're going around a turn, and you're 65, getting on an on-ramp up of a highway, and you turn, oh shit, I just scraped my bags on the asphalt.
This is something you got to learn how to drive.
Something you have to learn. I've got a year in.
Dude, you gotta understand, I'm from the era where we used to take shackles on the leaf springs and then put air shocks on the car, and then I'd put 3-inch air shock extensions on there, so I can raise the ass end up way back. I can lower it down. You get too many people in the car, and your tires going, because you got big tires sticking out. the tires are going to rub. You got to put more air in. I mean, I come from this era. I know about air shocks and stuff.
Joe from their world says your dad needs to put training wheels on his motorcycle due to his track record.
You know, Joe, maybe you should take and get rid of that little child key for your Demon and put the power key in there and learn how to drive it the right way, son. You know,
I believe it's the red key. No, but I did, funny enough, I did see a video today that this dude pulls up in a brand new, it's like a 2025 Road Glide custom bagger, blue, looks nice, beautiful, done, probably 120,000 to the bill.
Yeah.
He pulls into his driveway, he's on a ramp. He forgot to put his air down, and them bikes are heavy.
Yeah.
And he goes rolling backwards. He's falling over. Oh shit! He falls off the bike.
Why didn't he just hold his front brake on?
Because you get these little tiny guys buying these big bikes, and they can't even put their feet down.
Well, the front brakes will stop you from rolling backwards. You know.
Yeah. Well, that takes talent and experience to know what to do. You get a small guy on a big bike. You put some 100-pound guy on that Road Glide outside, he's not gonna hold that thing up. You put someone on the back of that Road Glide, he's not even gonna be able to pull out the driveway.
Well, you got to be. Here's the rule of thumb: you got to be able to have your feet down on both sides of the bike. Period. And if you're too short to do that, you can't be riding riders on there for sure.
Well, you take your blue Harley, what, it's probably like 500 pounds, something like that.
I don't know, something like that. It's light.
That Road Glide is probably 1,500. Like
There's no way
it's heavy.
1,500, maybe 12,
It's heavy.
maybe 1,000.
You think about the weight of all them amps, the subs, every speaker, all the add-ons. That front crash bar is probably 40 pounds alone. I mean, you get all that chrome, extra metal on there. It definitely.
I think you smoke too much weed in your days.
Not my thing.
All right. Someone says, Bill says, "Hey, Rich, will you sell your blue Harley?" Yes, absolutely. Now, see, there's nothing left on that bike to chrome. I chromed everything, including the rear swing arm, and I didn't just get take the swing arm in and get it chromed. I got a chrome swing arm that had LEDs in the back, so that's your turn signals is in the back of the swing arm on each side of the tire. Everybody thinks the two chrome speakers back there are the turn signals, but no, them are the speakers.
That bike is 900 pounds with no mods. So
the red one I told you about 1,000 pounds.
With no mods from the factory.
There's got to be at least 200 pounds of speakers in that thing.
At least.
in each rear bag. Here, let me pull it back up. Let me show you this. Rich Harley.
So
okay, see this bag right here?
1,500.
There's a luggage bag on each side. In each one, there's a 10-inch subwoofer and an 8-inch mid driver in each bag. Plus, the lid has a 6.5-inch Sherwin Vega in it, and they're all badass beefy speakers. So each luggage thing is probably 60, 70 pounds on each side of the seat of speakers. And then the whole, what's this thing called? Not cow.
The front
fairing has like 4 speakers in it, so that's got to be 20 pounds there. They're only 6-inch rounds. And then I'm adding the knee fairings on, and then I'm changing these lids. I already bought the new ones to have an 8 and a tweeter on top. So, yeah, it's got to be at least 200 pounds of stereo system on top of.
No, I've got something you might want. It's a back bracket that hooks onto your back end between your back tire and the end of your back fairing. There is a battery box that bolts on, and it has a big spot for an audio battery.
Okay.
I've got this mount. I don't think I'm going to use it.
Okay. For a second battery, you're saying?
Correct. So you have to run the wires up the frame and into.
So what I want on there is a metal frame thing that goes down to the extended fenders and gives me a trailer hitch.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
I want a matching trailer for that. So when I, me and
just
listen.
put a damn sidecar on it, for God's
No,
sake.
no, that's no. Me and
Oh,
Tracy were
really?
supposed to go to Sturgis. We're supposed to go to Daytona. And she went down. Okay. But if she ever comes back, I'm taking her on the road, and we're going to go do things. Have intercoms so we can talk the whole time.
So I asked Google what a full custom bag or weighs, and they said 1,400 pounds. But I believe this one is more heavy because it's heavier than my other road glide.
It's more heavy. It's
way,
glitter.
It's way heavier than both the street glides.
A very elegant, touch of the English language there, son.
They've got floorboards that are twice the length of anything else.
Yeah, I don't really like those floorboards. Here's the thing.
But it's so much chrome.
Right, but look at my chopper. The throttle, the handlebars, the hand grips, the shifter lever, the brake lever, the foot pegs, all that match.
It's all pitted chrome.
Yeah, but see, the handlebars, the throttle doesn't match the.
It does. It's pitted.
No, not
pitted.
Stop it. The handlebars do not match the floorboards that do not match the front tire. So I'm looking for, something that either matches them handlebars that can go down there, or something that matches the front tire, and I'll replace it all. I want it, continuity.
Good luck.
All right, let me get this bike off of here.
Nope.
There we go. All right. The hell is Skyjackers?
No idea.
Can you connect the bike speakers to each other, or are you going to blast 3 different songs? No.
It's through Spotify. You have to pay like $15 a month for a premium, but you can have all the bikes together playing the same song at the same time.
Yeah.
But
That's
he will never do it. Because me and Richie listen to our music, and he's like, that shit sucks. And he's like, ACDC, Ozzy,
Judas Priest, Ted Nugent, Led Zeppelin.
We're like, that
Black
shit
Sabbath.
sucks.
You guys like my music.
Some of it.
You grew up on it, and you liked it. Hell, you used to run around when you were a kid. Dad, play Joan Jett. I love rock and roll.
It was the movies.
It was movies. That influenced you? It's funny. All right. Well, we're up to 100 people. We're good.
But
Tracy's doing good.
New speakers coming next week. Every 6.5 in the front has the black speaker with a red horn that comes out, so you'll see it behind the grill.
Okay.
So it adds more red to the bike.
Nice.
And they're 10
And this is
times
for
louder.
your bike? Okay. Now, didn't you
want to replace those Vegas? I can get you.
I'm certain Vegas are nice speakers.
Yeah.
But isn't one of the 10s bad, and you were replacing that, or you ordered it or something?
Yeah, I've got all your 10s and 8s. They're all taken care of. They'll be brought over.
Okay, so
in the mail.
The 6.5s that are going in the knee fairings are
Correct.
going to come out of the back lids, and we'll put them up front to Sermon Vegas.
Correct.
And then I just got to get a set of 8s and tweeters to go into the back lids.
I bought you extra 8s, so you have the 10, 8, 8 for your lids. The only thing you have to buy is tweeters, which I wouldn't even buy that. Yeah.
You do your things your way. I'm doing things my way. Actually, what I'd like to do is take all them amps out of the fairing and fucking put it all into the rear.
What you need to do is, I'm telling you, them 6.5s with the horns sound a million times better than running a speaker with a tweeter. Them tweeters are so tinty, and on this bike, it's got two tweeters.
You don't run that much power to it then.
I'm just saying.
No.
We'll
Lee,
put them there for
Lee
show.
puts on there and puts 2,000 watts to the tweeters.
No, I do my bikes
And then-
my way.
Well, I'm saying you don't have to put that many watts to the tweeters to make them so tinty, you know?
I'm just saying, tweeters suck.
No, they don't.
You do.
You're absolutely out of your mind.
You get the new age 6.5s with the tweeters in the center of the 6.5, so you're getting the mid-range sound with the tweeter added in the same speaker, and it's 600 watts as opposed to 200 watt tweeter.
You just run a crossover and put the highs of the tweeter and the mids there.
You're not going to run a
Dude,
crossover.
you're talking to somebody that used to put 6x9s, and I used
1989.
to have right. I used to have mids and tweeters in the center of the 6x9s. That's how we used to do it. And then we started, all that rap music came out, and we started separating the bass, the mids, and the highs. And now you're going back old school technology. You put the tweeters in with the,
No, because these bikes have to operate off of a DSP. So
it's a digital signal processor.
Digital sound processor.
It takes highs, mids, and lows, okay, and sets it to 3 different amps.
So instead of the one or 2 outputs coming out of your radio, it takes that, amplifies it to 4 outputs, so you can have 4 different amps going to all of your sounds.
6 outputs, 2 lows, 2 mids, 2 highs.
1 mid or 1 low, 2 mids, 1 high. Typically 4. If you find a DSP that does 6, you're paying $1,000 for it.
Mine in the basement does 8.
That's a big fucking unit. This big. You're talking small stuff to fit in the Harley tour bag. I'm saying all this stuff is exclusive to bikes. And it's a whole different language that all these audio companies have had to sign on to and learn. So American Bass says we're getting slammed. They came in, they made these new Harley speakers, and they're awesome.
I thought Lee don't use American Bass no more.
He uses American Bass for everything.
You just told me the other day that he don't mess with American Bass no more.
That's what I just got. I bought all my black speakers with the horns are American Bass.
Okay. I absolutely love American Bass. I've got 2 15s in my closet, in my room of the big ones. And then I've got 2 15s in this room. And then I've got 2 12s in a box with a 3,000 watt amp. And I've got a 5,000 watt amp for the 2 15s. I love American Bass. I can't get rid of it. Crazy Cichlid says, you guys must have some money. No, we don't. We're just very creative and do what we do. Josh sold his boat for 10 grand and got his first Harley. Then he sold the Harley for more than he paid for it and bought the next one. Then he had that blue one. Then he sold the blue one and bought this red one. Upgraded every single time and made more money than he bought it for. Now he got this red one.
I sold him my bike for $24,000 and bought my new one for $15,000. I'm joking.
It took me everything I could to come up with this money to get this bike, but I wanted to be riding with my kids and I wanted to be able to take somebody with me. And I loved his red bike. I mean, it matches my Camaro.
Nice bike.
Red and chromed. That's a theme. It's beautiful.
All right, guys. I let's get on out of here. I gotta go take care of some stuff in the fish room. I'm gonna go ahead and send Reaper in. I finished my drink, by the way. So
Well, get another one and stick around.
no, I gotta go. I gotta go take care of the stuff.
Don't be a wuss. Hang out.
Got stuff to do. I'm sorry. The fish need me. The fish whisper. They're calling my name. They said, Josh, come help me, please. Rich won't help me. Oh my God. All right, guys. I will see you all next week.
The Thigh Boss says, Big Rich, will you sell your boat as well? I don't know. See, that's hey Josh, what size is my boat?
The 24.5.
24.5 foot Chris Craft, which is a very well-known name brand.
Don't forget to tell them my bike's better.
Your bike is not better. And it's a 24.5 foot Chris Craft. And everything it's a beautiful boat. And it has a big black 454 in it. So, I mean, you're not going to find much better than that. So I don't know if I want to sell the boat, but I don't have room here for it. I think I'm going to go ahead and get the bus running and get rid of that, because I've not used it but one time in like 4 years, having it here for Tracy. So I just don't need that thing here. And I pay insurance on it all year long. So, oh yeah, Matt Wynn says, sorry, I meant hijackers, not skyjackers. Damn memory. We used to put the Gabriel hijackers on our street rods back in the 70s and 80s. Yeah. And then, here's the problem. Everybody put their air shocks on the back of their car, and they pump it up with 90 pounds of pressure, and then it rode like a tank because the shock was extended to its farthest and the springs were pulling it back down. So I learned really quickly, you get 4-inch shackles and you bring your springs down 4 inches, and now you can put your air shock on there and you've got a nice cushy ride. But you had to put, because now you're bringing your leaf spring down, you have to put a 4-inch extension on your air shock too. Then you can run 40 pounds of pressure. You're sitting way up there, and it's good. If you get like 6 people in the car and it's down, almost going to rub the tire, you put 60 pounds in there, and you still got cush, So I learned that real quick. Oh my God, I'm so sore. Raheem, why do you want me to sell the boat? We take the boat out 3, 4, 5 times a year, and it's a fun time. And yes, Lars Brinton says everything's for sale for the right price. If I get a good price, hell, the Harley's for sale, the Camaro's for sale. This house is for sale with the fish tanks in it for the right price. I'll walk out of here. I won't take nothing with me. Mike Stanbaugh says, Rich, did you ever get a return phone call from Greg Woodside? Nope. Nope. We're caught up with the comments. And we're up to 127 people. Nice. Oh, here. Let me just show you this again. Just to make you guys laugh. Where's it at? It's all the way up top, I think. There you go. Walking up the stairs, my flip flop catches the top flip, and I fall into the door. First thing, ow! Then the cart goes, I fall down the stairs. I laid there for like, I don't know, 2 minutes. It hurt so bad. Crazy Cichlid says, think of all that money you could invest in the rescue if you can sold all that. Absolutely not. No. This thing is a hobby that I did with Josh. Me and Richie built the car. Me and Josh built the rescue. Why should I sell all my toys and put it into this hobby? I don't want to. My life is separate from the rescue. Why not sell my house then and just, put it into the rescue? Screw all that. I have a life. I have my stuff. And then I'm still putting out $1,000 a month of my money to pay for things in the rescue. So yeah, no, I'm not selling my toys for the rescue. Absolutely not. Anything in here, it's this is my stuff. This is the rescue. And I try and do as best I can for the rescue. And I put in so much money already. How much more do you guys want me to give? I'm not selling my car to put money into the rescue at all. Marco Dirksen says, Rich, will you sell Josh if the price is right? Hell yeah, I would. And then he'd run away and come back home after I get paid. Tropical Cool Girl says, Tracy, love the hearts. The Tracy updates at 6:30 every day, guys. So we're waiting on that. Everybody saying hi, Reaper. Harley Jim says, thinking was Jerry was coming in. Good surprise. Jerry don't come in until 6. See, me and Jerry ain't seeing eye to eye anymore. He likes his rooms warm because he's so bony. He's so thin. He's so And I'm over here and I'm sweating next to him. I got the air conditioner on, and he's like, turn that air conditioner off. I'm like, dude, I'm sweating to death. You know, what the hell? Wrap up in a blanket. I don't want a blanket. Turn it air off.
I figured it'd be closed down here. That's why I came in with my shirt. I brought it in, put it over the thing, and put it on just before I came in. But it's not bad in here. You don't even have any.
No, I keep the house at 71 degrees.
That ain't bad.
And that's Tracy's always comfortable. She's never sweating. She's not, hot. She's not cold. And she's comfortable. 71 is very comfortable for her. But Jerry, it's at 71 degrees. He's I swear to God, he acts like it's 55 degrees in here. Sarah Hydox, I don't know what that means. Hi, Big Rich and Reaper from the Butlers in the UK. Stay fishy. Hi, Sarah. Or hi, Butlers. How you doing? Roland Rivera says, I want to hear that Camaro. You showed me it during the yard sale. I've had many videos of it out and running and driving and all that.
Look up YouTube. Fulton's Point. Fulton's Point. You'll see it.
On YouTube, you'll see the car running.
Yeah.
I'm actually racing Gary Box in his 7-second Corvette. Now, he beat me, but mine ain't a race car. I don't have even a roll cage in it. His car has nothing left except for the external body of the 63 Corvette. It's full chrome moly tube frame chassis with a pig block, same motor I got in it, but he's got a 1471 blower and two 1200 Dominators on it. And his squats and goes where mine sits and spins. You know what I'm saying? I've got a street machine. It ain't made for racing. I've got more horsepower than 90% of my race car buddies, but he says you can't find it on YouTube. Yes, you can. Fulton's Point, Fultons space point. Look that up. You'll find it. Actually, you look it up on your phone to see if you can find it.
I'm just going to do that. Should come in.
Raheem says, Rich, when are you doing the fish room extension? I don't know. It's, I have plans. It's on my plans to do. But, summer comes and then this happens, that happens, this happened, all this stuff happens. And, I didn't have time to do anything yet. I wanted to build the barn this summer, my big barn. And I haven't gotten to that yet. We've done the yard sale. We got Brett Raymer to come over. We had a couple other YouTubers come over, do collabs. And now we're doing, we did the 4,000 gallon tank. We did the 3,000 gallon tank. Now we're doing the sump. When that's done, we're pretty much done with all plans of the fish room for this year, except for trying to cover the backgrounds of all the fish tanks.
Number one was just it, but number two is the 6-9-14 one right there.
Okay, yeah.
Fulton's Point. That's Rich and Big Rich and Gary.
Fulton's Point Street Race. Oh, it stopped. Fulton's Point Street Race filmed in Cleveland, Ohio, 2002, starring Gary Box in the box vet against Big Rich in his 67 Camaro. Thanks to Erie Coast Customs for providing the home videos at the end with the prompt. Box Performance Inc. And see, Gary's got a performance shop.
Right.
But it's called Fulton's Point. Just look it up.
All I had to do, put Fulton's Point, came right up, and it's like
that's the movie I was in.
6 minutes, 14 seconds. Easy planning.
You get to know
pretty cool.
I think 9 street racers.
Right. They do like little interviews with
everybody,
and then showing their vehicles working
and at
on
the
them,
end,
racing.
I beat everybody else with my street machine, except for Gary. I didn't beat Gary. He's got a 7-second Camaro.
And we talked to him the other day. He's like, "But I beat you."
Yeah, he's a prick like that. He holds Ohio's fastest street car shootout competition at 7.89 at 181 miles an hour in his vet, and he drives it to the shows. He drives it to the streetcar shootout. He drives it to the all this stuff. And it's a daily driver. It really is. And going 7.89 seconds and a quarter mile on a daily street driver is insane. Holly Jem says, sit on your washing machine and watch it.
Tropic cool girl. You need to start walking around with football pads now.
Yeah, I definitely need, one of the things with the bubble wrap.
Bubble wrap.
I
yeah.
need bubble wrap all around me all the
Yeah.
time. Post the link, Reaper. Copy that link and post it in the thing. Doompy said still can't find it.
Unbelievable. Is-
Oh, Summer Lee put up a thing on here, a link to something. It says the hot rod. I don't know what that link is too.
Hmm. Didn't let me do it for some reason.
Oh, okay, it's not there. Where's the go back?
Yeah.
Back. Where's that? Back.
Yeah, further again. Now try to look for it again.
What's the point?
Maybe second one down. We should be
No, that's the long one right there.
That's a mini 14.
Oh, that's a short one.
Yeah.
So the long one's down front. There's a long
There it
one.
is.
Okay.
I copied. And then
Share it.
Copy thing.
Oh,
copy,
okay.
Right
You
there.
copied it.
Right there.
Copy
And I
link.
copied it. See?
Okay, so now we go back to OFR. Already copied it. Just go to OFR. Go to
There you go. Mhm. See, it says autofill. It doesn't matter. It's weird.
contents could not be autofilled. Okay, you're an editor. There it is. Boom.
It's good.
Yeah. Don't worry, son. I'll teach you how to work these computers and phones.
Somehow we got switched over to behind the scenes instead of Reaper, though, but no biggie.
Oh, I posted it on behind the scenes.
That's behind the scenes.
Oh, that's
and
fine.
stuff.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Teen Hop says, "Are you going to be able to use a screen or glass panels for the back deck?" Yes, I am. We need to get that in there, but my kids are so busy come summertime. So fall, maybe I can get them to mount them doors in there, and we'll put a sliding glass door at the top of the steps going down, and I need a sliding glass door where the zip line is. Other than that, they can all be fixed glass panels.
What's up, Whip?
All right, Whip's here. We got to show him the video of the fall. All right, Whip, watch this. This was last night. I didn't re-break my ribs, so we're okay. I'm just sore. My elbows are sore, my knees are sore, and I jammed my toe on the cement when I fell backwards. But I fell down the steps. Here we go. Ready? There we go. I walk up here. I catch my flip-flop on the top step and fall into open the door. And then the rug slides up on me, so I fall backwards. Ow! That's some bullshit right there. There you go. I'll let you see it again. That was some bullshit. My hands are full. I'm covered with. Oh, shit. Ow! All right, did you guys find it now? Did the link come up here? I don't see it on here. Yeah, I don't see you on here. Oh, here's this one. That's Summer Lee is the last one to put it up. You're not even on here. I posted it.
I know I saw you do it.
Crazy Cichlid says, show the rest of that video how you got back up. Well, I laid there for about 2 minutes. I'm on my belly. I'm going, ow, 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 ow. I got my breath back because it knocked the wind out of me. And then I started getting up and I realized how sore I was. And my knees hurt, my toe hurt, my elbows hurt, my chest really hurt. I don't know what I did, but I think I pulled a muscle in the back of my thing because it knocks the wind out of me if I turn a certain way. But I didn't break no ribs. We're good with that. I didn't re-break these ribs. So we're good. Aw. Marco Dirksen says, Rich, give Tracy our love, and we all miss her on the videos. We pray for Tracy and hope all will get well soon. Me too. You know, she's just such a little sweetheart. And she's so locked in there that, you know, I feel so bad for her. If she can start communicating with me in any kind of sense, I can make her life so much easier. You know, if she can blink, look left or right, close your eyes, squeeze my hand, anything, I can make her life so much easier, you know, because they will not take this trach out. She don't need this trach in. They will not take the trach out until she's coherent. So we're waiting on that. So when she's able to talk to me, Boogle Man says, I am narcolepsy with cataplexy. So is Tracy. Before this,
Right, before that happened.
before this happened, yeah, she had narcolepsy for like 16 years. And Boogle Man says, you're clumsy. No, my flip flop caught the top of the step and made me fall forward, and the fucking door was open, which I hit that. I'm like, oh, but then the rug that I just put there has no gription, and it slid forward, which put me backwards, which made me fall down the back of the steps. I threw that fucking rug away today. I threw it away. It's gone. Cichlid says that was falling with style. Well, see, you know, Raheem says I had fall a month back. You know, I've had 3 falls now where I broke my rib into the trailer, and then 2 weeks later I fell pushing the neighborhood kids, you know, bike, and I fell and re-broke my ribs. And then it's been what, 3 weeks now? I fall backwards and I hurt my other side of my back, but I didn't re-break my ribs, so I'm good. You know, this is going to be sore for like 2 days,
Right.
and then I'll be fine. You know, because yesterday I was running around like bragging. You know, I barely feel my ribs. You know, I actually coughed without yelping. You know, it was great. Boogie says, I love y'all's new bikes. So do we. I mean, I am so ecstatically happy with mine. I can't wait for Tracy to get up and be able to ride on the back, because we had planned. This is what we were going to do. We were going to get, you know, a full dresser. We were going to get helmets with you know, intercom, and we were just going to ride down to Florida, Daytona. We're going to ride out to South Dakota or North Dakota for Sturgis. We were going to the Full Throttle Saloon. We were going to do this stuff, but you know, I've already raised my kids. It was time for us to have fun now, and now I can't leave the house because Tracy's here and I got to take care of her, which is I'm fine with. But I've got the bikes now. You know, come on, honey, wake up and get back with us. I don't care if I have to strap you in. You can communicate. We can go. You know, get you off of this trach where you can eat food again and taste food. She hasn't tasted food in 7 years. I give her treats like on her birthday and like Thanksgiving. I'll bring in like you know, some mashed potatoes with gravy on my finger, and I'll put it in her mouth. And she'll, you know, and give her some you know, stuff like that. You know, I give her chocolate,
Right.
you know, but she don't really eat every day, so it's always going into her belly through the feeding peg. Well, once she becomes lucid, she won't have the feeding peg or the tray,
Right.
and she'll be back eating, you know, and that's going to be amazing. It's going to be so much better.
What's setting up this 80 5-inch TV, wants to see Mrs. Whip see you fall. So when you're ready, Whip, ask him and he'll play it again for her. At the very top.
I see. Hey, Whip, you got a new 85-inch. Very nice. Great. Awesome. Richie just picked up a 119-inch. And now my 83-inch seems small. I was, I had the 83-inch for the last 2 years now. I had a big TV in the family. And now my son's got a bigger TV than me. Louis Man says, why haven't you had blah, blah, blah? These are all the Florida YouTubers. And, we're friends with all of them. They have an extended, thing. But, it's for them to fly up here. You know what I'm saying? So I can't make somebody come up here. And I can't go down there. I cannot leave. So, did I sell the race car? No, absolutely not.
I'll be right back. Josh asked me to check it out.
Ah.
Jerry should be walking in any minute.
Achilles says, Rich, how the red-tailed cat and the high fin hybrids doing? Oh, they're doing great. They're like, 14 inches now. They're huge. Looking much bigger. Don't want to jinx anything, but you can imagine those things in the pond. Wow. Yeah, we've got like almost 5 foot Peru shark in the pond now. And he just swims. He just keeps going, It's amazing. And they're gonna get up there like that. Mr. Jargo says, are you still going to make your infinity edge on the pond? Thanks. Been watching a long time, first time commenting. I don't know what you're speaking of. Are you talking the overflow from the touch tank? Or are you talking something else? You got to elaborate. I don't remember because I've come up with so many different plans and we go with what works. I don't know. You got to elaborate a little bit. Oh yeah, everybody loves swimming in the pool. Whip says, holy cow, 119 inch. The 85 takes up most of my wall, but your house is 3 times as big as mine, so you can probably upgrade. I'll have to blow out the ceiling to get something bigger. Well, see, in my living room, Whip, I've got a 10-foot screen, 120 inches across, and I've got a 4K projector in there. So right in front of the TV. So if the 83 ain't enough, like game nights or something, we used to pull the screen down and have the 4K projector on there. And that was great. But I haven't used that room now for 6 years since Tracy's in the living room. And the reason I did that was my boys were living back here. And, they come out and this and that. Tracy's central. She's not in my room. She's not in a spare bedroom. She's central in the living room. So she took our movie area. So we don't watch movies no more in the last 6 years in the living room. And that's my theater room, So, but, Richie's got like a 2,000 square foot home and it takes up his entire living room wall. And he has a U-shaped pit group all the way around. And that's where they watch the games at, And everybody's over Richie's house for this, And even 119 inches still a little bit, it's 1 inch smaller than my, 120 inch screen out here. But also out in the pool room, I've got a 4K projector out there and a 200 inch screen. I mean, that's huge. And that's what we used to watch Jaws on and, have people over and stuff like that. We need to bring that back because that was fun. What do you mean? So what's up, Rich or Reaper? Lily the Pink says, you need to be careful, Rich. Those amount of falls lately could be something neurological. No, it was my flip-flops caught the top step and made me fall forward because I couldn't put my foot under me. And I hit the door. And then as soon as I hit the door, I'm like, You know, it stopped my fall. I would have been fine if that damn rug wasn't there, because now my foot slipped forward, which leaned me backwards. Now I'm falling down the stairs. It was a calamity of just like bad things happen all at once. It was crazy. Quip says we need to do that Jaws night back. Yes, I missed that. That was great.
More than cichlids nibbling at your toes.
Drink up, son.
I can't. I gotta be careful. You only got 3 left.
No, there's a whole 12 pack in there, and there's more on the floor beside it. Go put some more in the fridge.
Well, I didn't see them. I'll have to look.
There's a whole, like, I don't know, a case on the floor. Put some in the
He
fridge.
said, okay, I'm ready. If you want to play that one more
All
time.
right. I'll play it one more time. There you go.
All
This
right,
is for you, Whip. I'm walking up.
This is Whip.
Watch my left foot. It gets caught on the top thing, and I hit the door. And then watch this carpet here crinkle up, and I pop. Ow! Now, mind you, wait. Let me show you something. When I fell forward, I still had my drink in my hand. I didn't lose it. It was when I fell. You're right. There's my drink. Oh, I still got that. There it goes flying. Yeah, so I threw that rug away. That was it. No more. I ain't dealing with that slippery ass shit. Oh shit. Ow. That's enough. The door actually stopped me from falling forward, which was great. If that damn rug wouldn't have slid forward, I wouldn't have fallen backwards. You know? Dean Hop says old people do fall a lot. How old are you, Dean? Because I'm 29. I never grew up. Oh, yeah, it was definitely brutal. I was like, what the hell? I fell forward. The door hits me. I'm like, oh shit, now I'm falling backwards. Oh, I'm going down the steps. And when I flipped over, my toe jammed into the cement. And now my foot hurts, my elbows hurt, my knees hurt. It was just horrible. It was like, what the hell? I'm laying there with the wind knocked out of me, just yelling, you know, oh. Richie comes running in. You all right, Dad? I'm like, oh, I just got to catch my breath. And then as soon as I get my breath, he thinks, you know, because he's all muscle built and stuff, he thinks he's just going to pick me up. I'm like, oh, stop. Let me get up on my own. Push up a little bit. I can move up. Okay, I can get up a little more. Okay, I can move up now. You know, that's what I needed. He tried lifting me, and it hurt bad.
Marie Dean, $5 toward a little life filler. I fallen changed it up. So,
you know, it's fucked up that you people can actually make fun of me for this. But it's okay. I'll take it. That one says, same here. I'm a Toys R Us kid. I'll never grow up. Dude, I was sorting through Alora's Barbie stuff, and I'm finding the cutest. I found a little hanger. I'm like, this goes in her closet, and you know, I had to put it in the closet. The little puppy, you know, it has to go in her house. You know, oh, look at all these shoes. You got, you know, high heels. You got this. This has to go in her closet. You know, we had drawers. We're putting all of her stuff in there. It was just the coolest thing. I'm playing with Barbies. It was just adorable. I cannot believe there's so much stuff for a Barbie. You know, like who would make hangers? You know, and it fits their clothes. Their clothes go on in the closet. It's crazy. I've never had a little girl, so this was like mesmerizing me. You know. Oh, then I found a pool floaty, so I had to put water in the pool. I had the floaty in there. Harley Bog says we need a blooper reel video of all the. I put one out before with a lot of Skylar on it because she's clumsy as shit. She fell out of her boat. She fell off a ladder. I fell off a ladder on the back of my boat. What else was on that blooper reel?
I don't remember.
She fell off a ladder getting out of the puffer tank. I don't remember, but I have all of them saved. I can put out another blooper reel. Add this to it. Oh. Here's my problem. I'll put this out, and somebody will take my fall and make a meme out of it, and post it everywhere on the internet. Not a blackmail tape, Matt. It's good, wholesome fun. I was down there with Laura, and I'm like, "Look, honey, you got a little a coat hanger." I found like 6 coat hangers, and then she put little clothes on them and hung them in her closet. It was just adorable. It was just amazing. Oh yeah, we found lipsticks and brushes. Yeah, so much. Doopy, they are dolls. Them are Barbie dolls. If they're of me, they're an action figure. Okay.
Yeah, there's something really off with the video because it's starting to go through your arm. They're going through my shirt. They're going through.
Well, you got some green in your shirt right there. This is all green in your shirt. That's why they're going through that.
Where is that?
What?
Where is that? Oh, it's right here, Jerry, on the side. Yeah, but they're even swimming through that.
Well, there's some green in it.
Green in it.
It's the green screen.
But my black shirt don't have green.
Your black shirt is all green.
No, it has a little green print here. That's it.
And that's what they're saying.
No, cover it up, and you can still see the fish going through me. They're going through your shoulder.
See, that's the kind of things we got to do before we, tighten it up and adjust it before we start. I asked everybody at the beginning, they're like, "Oh yeah, sounds great, looks great." Okay. A Biotic says, "Been following since before Tracy got unwell and before Pond built." No shit. You're positively in her regard has always been so incredible and admirable. Wishing you the best and for you to pull out the Camaro. We did a video about, I don't know, a month and a half ago when we pulled out the Camaro. Look back in our videos and you can watch it. It has the thumbnail of the Camaro on it. Just go to Ohio Fish Rescue, then go to videos, and then start scrolling through the videos, and you'll see it with the Camaro. And I got it idling in the driveway. I've got it revving. I've got it doing burnouts up the driveway, and I got it going down the street. January now says, "Where's your pal tonight?" I don't know who you're talking about.
It's gonna be Jerry.
Raheem says, "Laura must be the happiest girl ever." Oh yes. She's down there playing with her Barbies. And I'm like, "Do you like your Barbies?" She's like, "Yes, I love them." And I'm like, "Who's the best grandpa ever?" And she goes, "You are." And I'm like, "Oh, I love you." And she goes, "I love you too." She says it like that. I'm like, "Oh, you're the best granddaughter ever." And she's like, "You're the best grandpa ever because you keep buying me stuff like this." I did. I finally took a girl and bought her enough stuff where she actually loves me. Oh, Matt Williams says, "Oh, okay. I didn't hear you. I thought you were playing with yourself with the Barbies." No, I was helping Laura sort through all this bags of stuff that we got,
Oh, Will Star, what's up, buddy? Haven't heard or seen you in a while.
Summerlee says, "Grandpa playing with Barbies with her is going to be a special memory for Laura." Yeah, she's 4 years old now, so now she's going to start remembering. I remember everything from like 4.5 years old. I remember when I turned 5, I yelled out the car, "I'm 5 years old," and I had my 5 fingers up. So people start remembering at 4 and 5 years old. So she's going to start remembering everything now. Whoops World says, speaking of falling out of the boat, have you seen the short where two gals are on a boat, one driving, one skiing? The driver walks back to toss a skier in water and falls out. The skier falls. Yeah, the boat just kept on going. Yeah, them women weren't the smartest, you know. All right, we're caught up on the things. Oh my goodness. Bullstar says Rich banned me from OFR. Said it was too much awesomeness to handle when I'm over. You ain't never been banned, Willstar. The only thing I ever made fun of you for was you said that you have more talent than
The king.
The king, yeah.
LeBron.
LeBron James. He said
the way signed with the 76ers.
Willstar says he can outshoot LeBron, he can out dunk LeBron, he can out everything, and he's got more talent than LeBron. And I made fun of him for this. And he made me a video. He made like 15 shots in a row from all over the place, like you're playing horse. And he made, you know, Willstar's good. He's definitely got talent, but there's no way he's better than LeBron. Otherwise, Willstar, why the hell ain't you making millions of dollars like LeBron is? Okay. Which says white men can't jump.
I know, I like that.
Willstar says never said I could out dunk him. Because you a short little shit. He said he can outshoot him and out dribble him. That's what he said, not dunk. He says I can definitely outshoot and pass and dribble him though. That's it. Willstar's living in his fantasy world. Willstar 7 from Loren says you're not banned. You're on the #1 man at OFR who saw Bigfoot. He never saw Bigfoot. Let me put this. Okay. I put on a Bigfoot outfit and I ran through his backyard. And ever since then, he started a channel. He thought he saw Bigfoot. He saw me. That's it. That's it. He never saw another one. And he thinks he had a what do you want to call it? An epiphany. And he saw Bigfoot. Harley Bogg says, I still say Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, very talented. Michael Jordan, very talented. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and those guys have more talent and grit than James ever will. Yes, Doom, he had a close encounter with me, and it left a lasting impression, and he made a whole channel about seeing me running through his backyard. Willstar says, I'm going to camp out on the other side of the stream and search for Bigfoot in those woods. You're more than welcome. I have tents set up there right now that I've taken down from, 2 weeks ago, the yard sale. A brand new one and a big, huge one. Alex says, I went back 8 months and I couldn't find it, but I appreciate you reading comments. It's been so fun to watch your family grow and your fish would evolve. You are awesome, Mr. Rich. Oh, thank you. It wasn't 8 months, though. It was just the beginning of this summer, like springtime, like 2 months ago. Lauren says, Big Rich, stop confusing Willstar. Willstar, I believe you. Yes, Bigfoot is alive. Stop it. Willstar says, I agree. LaFlop James is overrated. Oh, my God. Danny Davis says, hey, Big Rich and Reaper. Hi. Harley Gem says, Harlem Globetrotter. Willstar, why weren't you a Harlem Globetrotter then? Come on now. James McNally says, have I missed the Tracy update? No, that's at 6:30 every day. All right, every Friday. All right, we're caught back up. We got 135 people here. Here's to you guys. Ouch, 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 or whatever. Fall, 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 whatever the drinking word is. I'm going to take this thing off because it's too distracting. See, now that hurt. Through that blanket, yeah, it hurt me. I hurt myself today. Wow. Whoops World says, what did Tyson Bailey say? Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. I'm thinking if Will were to go one-on-one with a bum like James, he'd find out his shots aren't failing, whatever.
They're falling.
Falling, okay. We don't know where Jerry's at. He's 20 minutes late.
I scared the shit out of him.
Did you?
Well, Josh asked me to do something. I went out there and he was walking in front of me and he stopped. So I'm like, hey, Jerry. And I went to tell him something. I didn't mean to scare him or nothing. And he shook so bad he had to hold on to himself. Dude, what's fucking hurt? I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I didn't. I wasn't sneaking up. I thought you saw me. I'm like, sorry, dude. So.
Will Star again says, I would smoke LeBron in a shooting contest. Stay in your lane, bro. Oh, my God.
And he says, just joking.
Now, he ain't joking. He means it. He sent me a video, and he's like, where do you want me to shoot from? Here? And he makes it. He goes, you want me to come over here? And he makes it. He sent me like 15 shots in a row without no editing, and there was no stops in between. And he made all 15 shots from all over the court, right? So, I mean, I'll give it to him. He is good. But LeBron good? LeBron makes millions of dollars doing what he does. You ain't making a dime, son. It will, sir. Why don't you send me a video of you shooting again, and I'll put it up on a Friday night live stream. Send me a new one. I'll tell you this. I'm not going to play horse with fucking Will Star. I don't think he's as good as LeBron, but I'm not going to play him against. You know, he's very good. Will Star says LeBron is 6'9", 255 pounds. He won the genetic lottery. And what do you got? You just afterbirth? What's up, Will? You could be a globetrotter. You know how many short people they had on the Globetrotters? See, so to miss somebody, they got to not be around. Will Star comes around on Fridays. He never shows up here anymore.
No, she's talking about Jerry.
Oh, Jerry?
Yeah. She says she's sure he's watching the chat, which he probably is.
Whoops World says he doesn't suck. He's definitely top 10 all time, but he'd never be able to play in the 80s and 90s. Look how much he flops in today's league, and that's so soft you could roast it in a campfire. Hardy Gem says again, got to have the whole package. Can learn those shots on the Wii. We got 7 minutes till the Tracy update. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about, but we got 156 people here. Here, I'm going to put this up again. Here you guys go. Just for your viewing pleasure. This was me yesterday. I'm walking in. My flip-flop hits the top step. I fall into the door. Oh, ow! And then the carpet goes out and I fall backwards down the stairs. That one says, I think I'm pretty good at shooting too, but when there's pressure, I fold like a lawn chair. Yeah, see, Will Star, you sitting there shooting, you ain't got no pressure on you. You ain't got Shaq trying to dominate you. You ain't got, I mean, are you good under pressure?
Will Star. If I was 6'9", you wouldn't be saying Larry Bird, who? LOL.
I think he's like 5 now. Will Star.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe
No.
5'5".
He's close, all right.
No, he's not. He's a little guy with a big attitude. I can say this because I'm his friend. The boogeyman says, stop playing that video. I can't stop laughing. It's for your viewing pleasure, okay? I see it. I see the economical, value in it. I got hurt. It's okay. Will Star says, I won several basketball championships. Clutch under pressure. So I says, you fall so gracefully. That wasn't graceful. I was like, oh, I hit the door. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I'm falling backwards. Oh, shit. I got to go down the stairs. I hit the platform. Why did somebody block out Manny Davis's thing of how's your green tree boa going? Whoops World says Larry Bird is so underrated that that's even possible. That man could ball for sure. I mean, Jordan talked about him. Magic talked about him. Like, holy shit, they had nothing but respect for the man. Boogeyman now, he has narcolepsy. He says, I fall down steps too when I have an episode. See, Tracy came out one time. I'm outside mowing the lawn. Our bathroom's on the second floor of my last house. And she came out of the bathroom, went to take a step down the steps, and went to sleep. She woke up on the platform because the steps go down like 7 steps this way. There's a platform and then 7 steps this way. She woke up on the platform with her bone sticking out of her leg, broken. And the kids are running out there. Dad, Mom fell, there's blood everywhere. And I go running in the house, and I had to pick her up and take her to the hospital. She don't remember coming out of the bathroom and going down the steps. She can never be left by herself. She got onto this drug called modafinil, which was it's the generic version of Provigil, which was the best thing ever happened to her. She's on 1,000 milligrams a day, still to this day, 500 in the morning, 500 in the afternoon, and she was living a normal life. She could actually drive a car for the first 2 hours after she takes her pills in the morning and then in the afternoon. So she was actually really good with this Provigil. But then they wouldn't pay for that no more. They're paying for modafinil, which is the generic version of it. Whip says it was Google, not a mod. Okay.
Yeah.
So back to that, you need a call help button. Call help will sponsor you for a video. No, you know what I needed was just for people to leave me alone until I can breathe again because it knocked the wind out of me. And then I can get up and go on with my life. My son tried picking me up. I'm like, ah, it hurts so bad. Just let me lay here for a minute. Okay. James says, is Whip a moderator? Yes. Anybody blue is a moderator. Boogeyman, she's got narcolepsy with cataplexy. Tyler says, seriously, Sebastian, you're right. Rich needs a life alert Somebody please get him a life alert just in case. He's getting older, so you know he might break something and not be able to back. Shut the fuck up with that dumb shit. I'm a man. I can handle it. I fell down. I
Got up and kept going.
I got up and kept going. All right, it's Tracy time. Go here. All right, guys. Oh no, that shouldn't be there. Fall that off of there. Welcome to the Tracy update time. Let me find Tracy on here and put her on there. Getting mic. What's this one? Webcam.
Tracy,
Where?
you passed it. There it is, straight top one. There you go.
There we go. No, that's Tracy at your house. That's your old house.
Well, it said Tracy's sideshow.
Yeah, I got another one down lower. So there she is there in front of the 1,000-gallon.
Yeah, that was in the house next door you bought. And
that was in the
you
garage,
like,
yeah.
Reaper, I got my biggest tank ever.
Ever. Look how skinny I was. That was at your house.
Yeah,
that's in your dad's room.
Yeah, that's one of our parties. That was
Me and Tracy, we always had so much fun. Look at her laughing.
Yep, that's Radar in the background. Big tank.
I always wore them muscle shirts.
I didn't know you had those up there.
Okay, so that starts over again. So let me get this one off of here and get the real one up. Yeah. Oh, no, that ain't it. What was this one? This is cichlid background. Tracy's up here.
No,
Here we
that's
go.
the one you just did, I think.
Right. So let's turn off the cichlids. Now we got blackness. Now look down here for Tracy. Media. Tracy birthday, is that it? No, that's happy birthday. Where is Tracy? Tracy
Tracy Pine.
I don't know what this is.
Me neither.
Okay, that ain't it. It's up here by webcam. Harley, Halloween, new background. Bellagio. Media source. Photo shoot. Come on, where's the Tracy background?
Tracy, no, that's Tracy Pond again.
Maybe it's lower. No, it's got to be up here. Oh, I think it's in front of the webcam. So there's a logo. Okay, here's the webcam. Tracy slideshow. That's it. There's that's the same one. Tracy slide right above it. One more.
All right.
All right, there she is. She's inside of my tanks. Look at that was a big dead fish, and she was like, "Ew." Hold it, honey, so I can get a picture of it. She's just so adorable. There's that big piece of wood we got from the cichlid guy. Let me see. That's her and Crispy. Crispy just came over the other day, and she's been around forever. That was John's girlfriend that lived here. John was like my son's best friend, and that was his girlfriend. And when he died, I let her stay here for like 3 more years, and then she moved on.
The second section.
There is my son Joshy at his graduation. It's Crispy and Tracy. And then John's mom started accusing me of messing with Crispy, and I've never touched that woman. That was my son's wife. They were getting married. I would never. And she still come over here the other day and was talking about this and that and blah blah blah, and how I always treated her with respect and this and that. Look at Tracy working her ass off up at Home Depot. She just worked with me. She was so good. She was such a sweetheart. Look, and she's so tiny. She's like 99 pounds. Look at there with that 14-foot Burmese python.
Oh, that's the one that got in between your poles and cracked in half on the staircase.
Yeah. It got up in the
To
ceiling.
get it out. It's like,
Yeah.
Don't try not to. Oh shit!
Rip that down the half the
You just squeeze
ceiling.
and it's like crack.
All right, so now I can talk about Tracy. You saw all the pictures. This week here, she's done so well. She's been so good. She's not had any problems. I mean, I watched her 3 nights at 16 hours, and she is just so like she's doing fine. I mean, I don't have to worry about her oxygen going down, her heart rate, nothing. She's just doing so good. I'm just waiting for her to be coherent, you know. She's made her way back from where the doctor said she will never come off of these 8 machines. You pull the plug on any one of them, she will die. She has no brain activity, blah, blah, blah. And had all 3 of my kids crying, me crying, blubbering. And another doctor came in and said, listen, because of the lack of oxygen, because I did CPR on her for, I think it was 11 minutes. But, you know, I threw her on my bed. We were in the shower when she died. I threw her on the bed, and I didn't know that, you know, doing CPR on the bed isn't very effective. So, you know, she suffered a anoxic brain injury where she was basically dead for so long that her brainstem died. And, you know, the whole time I'm on 911 with the, you know, the 911 operator, and she's like, sir, are you a certified CPR technician? I'm like, shut the fuck up. My wife's dying, you know. I'm doing CPR. I'm doing this. And she's jerking on the bed, and, you know, 30 compressions, 2 breaths, and, you know, all this stuff. And you know, she suffered a anoxic brain injury. So now they said she'll never come back, you know, this and that, blah, blah, blah. She'll never work off these 8 machines. And another doctor come in and said, let's wait a week. Let's give her another CAT scan next Friday and see if the brain may be swollen because of the lack of oxygen. Let's look next Friday. And by next Friday, come along, not only did they show plenty of brain activity, she worked off 7 of those 8 machines. You know, that this fucking quack Dr. Kumar said she'll never work off of. She'll never fucking come off of. She's going to, you know, die if you pull any plug. And you know, I wanted to beat that dude's ass. My theory is, if she's fighting to come back, I'm going to give her time. So I didn't pull no plug. I didn't say that's it. You know, no, let's do whatever we can for her. And then, you know, it was like 6 months of dealing with the hospitals and then the nursing homes, and she had bed sores and, you know, puking blood everywhere, and, you know, she was coughing so much that her esophagus ripped open, and that's because she had COVID before COVID was known. She was puking up blood, but because she was puking, she wasn't absorbing her narcolepsy medicine, so she was like out of it. She didn't even know my name, so she was puking blood in the toilet and not telling me. So I mean, it was just a calamity of things that happened in a row that led to this, you know. So I pick her up from the bed, I take her because she has to go to the bathroom, and I let her in the bathroom, and I, you know, close the door, and I'd stand outside the door and wait for her, give her you know, her piece, or, you know. And I didn't know she was puking in the toilet, and she didn't know because she didn't even know who my name, you know, what my name was, you know. So I've got a video here of her, you know, saying, thank you for taking such good care of me. And I'm like, you ain't got to thank me for taking care of you. You're my family, you know, blah, 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 this and that. And, you know, I'm asking her, you know, what's my name? And she's like, Richard Price. And I'm like, oh my God, you know my name. Yesterday, the last 2 days, you didn't know my name. You know, and I've got this whole video showing you guys everything. And, you know, she coughed and did her hand, and there was like black spots. So I called the hospital again. I've been trying to get her back I had her in the hospital 2 days before, and they sent her home said it was an upper respiratory infection. Here, she had already ripped her esophagus open from coughing so hard and bleeding internally and losing blood and all this stuff. They sent her home. And I'm like, no, she's like a puppy with parvo. You can't send her home. You guys got to take care of her. If she'd have stayed in the hospital, she wouldn't have died. And she'd be here right now. It was absolutely 100% Cleveland Clinic's fault for sending her home here to have me take care of her. So I'm taking care of her, and, you know, I'm doing everything I can for her. And, you know, I got better because we both had the same sickness. I got better, and she was getting worse. And I'm calling the hospital like every couple of hours. You need to take her back. You need to get her in there. Sorry, sir, we don't have beds, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then when I said she's coughed and has black spots on her hands. They said, oh, she's bleeding internally. You need to get her in here. I'm like, thank God, finally. Well, I get her up out of bed and she wants to take a shower. Here's the thing. She had puked out so much blood that when she sat up in the shower chair, I washed her off completely. I got the little dog, hose thing, and I washed her off completely, and I got her clean. And I go to put the hose thing back, and she leaned on my back and let out the longest, out breath I've ever heard. She's leaning on my back. I'm like, what the fuck? I get up and I turn around and I put my ear up to her nose. I don't hear no breathing. I put my ear to her chest. I hear nothing. So I'm starting to, I'm blubbering now. I'm crying, she just died on me. I grabbed her, I bear hugged her, I threw her on the bed. I call 911. I put her on speakerphone and I start doing compressions. And the first compression, she puked out all this black gook, which was blood in her stomach, turns black like coffee grounds from your acid in your stomach. So I turned her towards me. I pulled her shoulder and I pushed on her solar plex. She puked out like 2 more coffee cups full of this stuff, and then I can start doing compressions. So I'm doing compressions on her, and I'm losing. I'm fucking crying. I'm blubbering like a baby. I'm doing these compressions, and she had this black shit all over her mouth, and I didn't care. I held her nose. I put my mouth to her mouth, and I gave her 2 breaths. And I went back 30 compressions, and finally the people showed up. It was like 11 minutes later, and I seen them come in my front door, and I bear hugged her, and I took her, and they told me to lay her down on the floor, and they put that machine on her, and they got her, a heartbeat back, and brought her back, and she's done. She's okay on the Glasgow coma scale. She was dead, dead. That's it. No brain activity, no nothing. On 8 machines, kidney dialysis, everything. All of her organs shut down, everything. And then within a week, she was off 7 of those machines, and she was only on the trach because they can't take her off the trach until she's coherent. So she worked off of everything. And then they showed plenty of brain activity. Okay, so if she's fighting this hard to come back, I'm going to give her the time. But then she suffered so much in the nursing home. She had a bed sore on her back, like right where your butt crack ends and it's your tailbone. It was like this big around and about 1 inch thick of black necrotic skin and then bone showing, It was horrible. So I fought to get her home, and they wouldn't release her. They kept saying, oh, because of COVID, you can't come in here, and we can't release her until you get, training. Well, someone told her, because we're not married, someone told her, on the paperwork that her husband was there reading to her every day. And it got back to Medicare, and they cut her off of Medicare because I make money, I make, some money, and it was too much for them to, this and that. I had to prove to them, I had to call, the Cleveland, blah, 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 get a copy of our divorce in 95 and show them that I'm divorced and blah, 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 and this and that. Finally, while she was off of Medicare, I get a call from that nursing home. It's like, you know what? We've seen how much you care and how much you want her home. And we think the best thing for her is to come home with you. And, she'll get better care. I'm like, okay. And then I was supposed to pick her up. I went in for training. I did 12 hours. I changed the trach. I changed the diaper. I changed her feeding peg. I did everything. I passed everything in that 12-hour period. And I'm supposed to pick her up Friday. Well, I get her back onto Medicaid Thursday. I get a call from this damn nursing home saying, you know what, we rethought about it, and the best thing for Tracy is to stay here in our nursing home. I'm like, no, bullshit. I passed your training. I did all that. I'm coming there, and if I have to bring the police, I'm bringing the police with me. I am bringing her home, period. And they got a wind that she's back on Medicaid. When they found out she's off of Medicaid, they wanted her home with me. But then when they got wind that she's back on Medicaid, they wanted her there with them. Fuck them and their goddamn money-driven bullshit, She's been home almost 6.5 years, and she's never had one bed sore. Not one.
Until she has to go back.
Well,
She went back a couple times and then came back a little bit.
yeah, well, there was pink spots, and there was actually
Mhm.
an open spot on skin when she was in the hospital for 7
Yeah,
days
right,
for I think that was pneumonia.
right.
But she had a spot this big, and it was so swollen. I had to pack it with all this stuff, and then cover it with this stuff that was like necrotic eating bandages that would eat the necrotic skin because of what they did to her. She's never had nothing like. She's never even had one bed sore being home here with us. So I threw a fit, and I'm bringing the cops. I'm taking her home, and I took her home, and she's been home here since. And I don't, her own family. I even offered an olive branch to them, the Loomises. Come see her, come help me with her. Anything, and they all threw a fit and called me up and started yelling at me about how you took my sister from me, you took my daughter from me, but I didn't take shit. She lied to me about her age, and she lied to me that she got thrown out. I let her live with me because I was dating her. I didn't do nothing. What they think. They think I just came in and just took her and blah blah blah. So now you don't want to help your own daughter, your own sister because you're mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Them people don't give a shit. They don't care. They're not here. It's been almost 7 years, and they've never been here once. I offered the olive branch. I've got nobody that watches Tracy. I watch Tracy 80 hours a week. I take care of Tracy every time the nurses call up. And we can't find somebody else. It's crazy. It's crazy. So all I know is I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because I believe in what I'm doing. And people say, oh, Rich, you're a saint of this. No, the fuck I ain't. I'm just taking care of my family. Whether it be one of my kids, I see Tracy as one of my kids now. I got to take care of her. There's no question about it. I got to take care of her, and that's it. And I've missed out on a lot. Can't go to none of your fucking conventions and none of your stuff at your house. I can't visit no more. I can't leave. I don't do any of the fish shows no more. I used to go on the fish
we
shows.
haven't done a convention in
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah, it's just been so crazy. Oh my God. I'm just reading some of this comments real quick. Catch up a little bit. Jim says definitely fall to the hospital not doing their job or being overworked or not able to. I'm telling you, if they just kept her there, she would never have died. They would have known what to do. It was crazy. I was so mad at them for sending her home with me. I told them, no, she's like a puppy with parvo. If I pick her up, she goes shit her pants. She has no control. She's just that weak. And they're like, nah, she's got upper respiratory infection. Here's some prescriptions. Take her home. Fuck you. The one on Silence Voice says, may I ask, is Tracy allowed a flower bouquet? There was in the hospitals, they wouldn't allow that. So we had to always get like paper flowers, fake flowers. And that's what she's got surrounding her bed now is a bunch of fake flowers. But yeah, they're so pretty. So yeah, but as far as this week, she's done really well. She's staying, 99, 100 on the air. We're getting ready to turn the air down on her, and she's doing good. She hasn't had a outbreak with the catheter. She was getting urinary tract infections left and right when it first started. Now she's doing really great with it. We're taking extra precaution. We're iodining everything before we insert the thing, and we don't touch it without gloves. And it's working really well. You know, she's covering. We can see the color of her pee and see if there's sediment in there. And if it's getting bad, we can give her more water, and it flushes it right out. So we've learned a lot doing this catheter thing. So she's doing like she's staying at the top of her game, you know. And I told you guys last week that she's been really aware, and she looks at me when I talk to her. She looks at the nurse when she talks to her. She looks back and forth, but she's just not able to communicate yet. I've got a yes no board, and she's not able to use it. Like I can ask her a question and she can look at yes, or she can look at no, and I can see the difference. It's not working yet. She's not squeezing my hand yet. Um, she's caught us many times on the blinking the eyes or the looking up and down. We keep trying to make conversation with her and checking it. It's never been confirmed, but she got us like this one time, 3 questions in a row. I'm like, oh my God, you're there, you're answering me, and then the next question was gone,
Right.
So, but yeah, she's just doing great. I wish her family would care enough to come see her. They can't get past the fact that I stole their daughter from them, and I don't even see that as a bad thing. She told me she got thrown out. I let her move in with me because I'm her boyfriend. Here it turns out she lied to me. She left her parents and moved in with me on her own by lying to me, and I didn't know any of that. It wasn't my fault. You see cichlid background? Oh, right there it is.
Yeah.
There we go. We're back on. But that was shit. I married her in 95, so it was like 92. She was, I threw her 21st birthday party. I've been with her for almost like 2.5 years, and she had lied to me about her age because her sister was there. And I went back and I'm trying to get her family to come over to her birthday party and this and that. And I come out and I got a big 2-in-1 on the cake, right? And her sister's like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "What do you mean, what the hell? I'm bringing out her cake, duh." And she's like, "No, she's not 21." I'm like, "What do you mean she's not 21?" She's turning 18 today. I'm like, "The fuck?" She's been living with me for a year, and I've been dating her since she was like turning 16. Holy shit! No wonder the family hates me. I didn't know any of that, but Tracy wanted what she wanted, and she lied to get it. The boogeyman says, "Reaper never talks." Well, if you set him down in a crowd full of people, he'll find someone. He'll just talk and talk and talk and talk. Tracy update: Reaper better not talk. What the hell?
That's when I get my cigarette break.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's the Tracy update. She's still doing great. She's doing awesome. I got her. Oh, I had to buy her finger sensors because they're not sending them to us no more. They cut it. So now I spent $100 on 20 of them. That's $5 a piece for her finger sensors. And the other day, one of the nurses that were like here for one day, a temporary nurse,
Right.
she calls me, wakes me up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Where's the finger sensors? This one's going bad. And I come up and I come out there and I take it off of Tracy. I put it on my finger right to 98. I'm like, no, this sensor's working. I put it back on Tracy, right back to 89. I'm like, well, wait a minute, something's wrong here. Blah blah blah. I looked, her air oxygen thing had fallen off and was sitting next to her body, and the nurse didn't see it. I'm like, oh my God, this is the whole reason. How long has it been like this before you woke me up? Tyler says Reaper seems like one of those very quiet and carries a big stick. He don't carry a big stick. He's got a gun in his pocket. I think that's the way you say it, and that one's always confused me. Being very quiet, carrying a big stick means you talk quietly, but then you back up your action. Oh, oh. J Rod says, I just bought a neutral regulator for my fish pond that should help the pH of my fish pond. I never chase pH. Whatever the water is,
it is.
the fish learn to be at that pH.
Yep.
And then every water change, you ain't got to worry about nothing. You start chasing pH, and it makes water changes harder. And then you got to start watching if it's going up or down. You got to buffer it. It's just never chase pH, ever. Tosh says, oh, yeah. So me and Reaper, I like to say, my wife talks enough for the both of us. She doesn't like that very much. Jerry ain't coming in today, huh?
When I went in the back real quick I take a few minutes real quick, went back, smoked a cigarette, and didn't even smoke a cigarette, just a few hits, and then put some beers in the fridge. I should buy some more, but he wasn't even out there. But his shoes aren't by the thing, so he's not in the house. So I'm not sure where he's at.
I think he got mad at me for talking to him about him yelling at me. I'm like, dude, you don't have to yell. You can talk to me. I'm trying to convey what I'm thinking to you, and you start yelling back at me. Then I have to ask you why you're yelling, and then you apologize. And then he got mad because I said, this has happened like 9 times. One time is an apology. That's a mistake. You keep doing this. This is a habit. I don't feel I should be yelled at my house because I ask you if you ate, are you okay? Here's the biggest thing. We had all that leftover food, and that was upsetting me. There's a lot of leftover food. And then I'm watching Jerry order DoorDash. I'm watching John order DoorDash. Nobody's eating this leftover food. So I say something to him. I'm like, Jerry, can you, eat up some of this leftover food? And yells at me. I'm like, why are you yelling at me? Because I have eaten 4 bowls of that salad. Okay, there's salad, there's beans, there's potato salad, there's macaroni salad, and there's pasta salad. Nobody's eating any of it. You ate four plates of that salad. That's fine. I ate that salad for like 3 days straight. And I got rid of most of it. I had to throw a bunch of it away. It was a big salad we made. And then all the rest of the stuff, I can't eat potato salad on my diet. I can't eat macaroni salad. I can't eat pasta salad. I can't eat the baked beans. I'm begging them to eat this stuff. And I'm watching them eat all this other stuff to where I had to throw all this food away. And it pissed me off. That's a waste to me, I don't know. But I can't talk to them without them getting mad at me and saying, yelling or something. I don't need to be yelled at. Okay, Will Star says they didn't like the leftover food, son. Well, you know what? Too fucking bad, because I've learned when you grow up, your food's on the table, you eat the leftovers until it's gone. And then you order, no, you don't order DoorDash and leave the leftovers go because you feel like eating something new. Eat up the food that's in there. You don't throw it away. James McNally says, will live plants help? Live plants help everything. If you want a crystal clear tank, you look at my 150 gallon up front, 75% plants, 25% fish. And I'm telling you, I haven't cleaned that tank in like 6 months. There's never no algae in there. And the lights are on like 18 hours a day. And, the plants are what does it. You need to overstore your tank with plants.
Ag Aquatics, Alicia, she finally set me up with substrate, and I finally put more real plants in this and then. I brought a bunch of that veil. We gave it away. And once I did that, dude, the water get down, evaporate. I just add more water, and I'd have to clean I had 2 110 aqua clears. Those things were so awesome. I didn't like
awesome.
I didn't have the room because where the canister was behind it, it was just too hard, blah, blah, blah. The 2 on the hanging in the back, that worked so well. Every 2 or 3 months is all I needed. 2, yeah.
And then a month later, you change the other.
Right. And dude, I never did anything. They all just were good. I just put water in. They were all good. Crystal clear, no algae anymore, no nothing. The 1.5, that was different.
Well, that was your ex-wife messing with it.
Yeah, she started putting them freaking oh shit, hillbilly orchids, the orchids all around, and then the perlite, which is the white stuff, which is a fertilizer.
Right.
I open up my tank, my fish are dead, and this net, and then it's floating in there. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, girl? I told you not to put them over the tank, on the tank, near the tank. You got them all over, the perlite's in there, and you killed the fish. That's fertilizer. What the hell?
James McNally says, do you need an air pump for a fish aquarium? Okay. Yes, if you don't have no filtration. If you have filtration,
Right.
whether it be in a sponge filter, which makes bubbles, or you have a hang on the back. It's called overflow what are they called?
Over the back.
Over the back.
Hang
Hang
on
on the
back.
back. Thank you.
Hang on back.
If you have one of those, the water comes in and hits the top of the water and makes splashing bubbles, micro bubbles. Then you don't need air. Or if you have a canister filter and you don't have the return under the water, you have the return above the water and it's hitting and splashing, it makes bubbles. You don't need an air pump. But if you have everything under the water to where you're not making air, you do need air. Reconnect to Tracy. Come on. Why is it taking so long?
I don't know. It was messing with me earlier too. I was watching something in the back and kept.
Oh, look who decides to break in tonight and say some shit. DJ, let shit go. Either be a man and show up here and try and whoop my ass, or just let it go. I don't want nothing to do with you. I'm much better off not knowing you. Please, just let it go. Or if you feel that bad about it, come over here and try and whoop my ass. We'll go in the backyard and we'll just duke it out. Either way, dude, why are you watching me? I don't like you. You're an asshole. I don't want nothing to do with you. Or you're a lady. You're a piece of shit. I want nothing to do with you. I don't care what you did. You know, I moved on. Just stop. I don't want I don't want this shit in my life. You showed your ass. You showed who you are. You showed what a piece of shit friend you are. That's all there is to it. You wouldn't let me see my granddaughter. I had to tell you to leave. I couldn't take care of you anymore. And, you know, if I was you, I would have been like, oh my God, you can't see your granddaughter because of me. I'm going to go ahead and move, you know. And then later on, you could have came back. But you didn't. You acted like an asshole, like you're entitled and I'm supposed to take care of you because of our friendship. Dude, I told you, never make me choose between my granddaughter and you. She's going to win every time. Oh, did I tell you? Skylar, she didn't get a hold of me, but she unblocked me.
You told me. I was here that day.
Now I can see her thing on Facebook,
Right.
where I couldn't before. She got really mad at me about that whole trailer situation, but you know, they was sitting here for 3 years. You know, I asked her nicely, please, can you get your trailer out of here? She ignored me for days. I asked her again, can you please get your trailer out of here? I have to mow around it. So I finally said, if you don't get your trailer out of here, I'm going to call the police and have it towed as an abandoned vehicle from an ex-tenant. And she's, you know, starts yelling at me, calling me names, you know, you stress me the fuck out, you're a fucking asshole, blah, blah. Well, you know, if someone's having my trailer at their house, I'd be like, you know, hey, okay, you want it gone? Can you give me a couple more days? I need to find a way to get it here. You know, thank you so much for doing this for me for all this time. That's all it had to be. You know, it didn't have to be, you know, pissed off at me because I don't want her trailer here no more. Geez, you moved out, you know, a year and a half ago.
Right.
So, you know, she makes her own problems. She's all drama all the time. And it didn't have to be drama. I just asked her nicely, please move it. So, you know, that's it. Not a big deal. It didn't have to be a big deal. People are asking, hey, they want me to fuck up DJ. No, I can handle DJ. He's nothing. He's a soft ass old man, you know what I'm saying? And he can barely walk. He can barely. I can handle him. The problem is, why are you still here? I mean, you wouldn't let me see my granddaughter. I asked you to leave. You begged me for 2 months. Please let you stay some more. And then I told you, just you have to find a place because I want to see my granddaughter. If you were a friend of mine, you'd have been like, okay, let me go find a place, someplace else real quick. Can I come back, eventually? Yeah, sure, no problem. I just want to see my granddaughter. And I've had the greatest time with my granddaughter since. We built her a big Barbie thing downstairs, and I got her remote control like quad runner outside, and I got the remote for it, and I run her around the yard and stuff. I mean, I have so much fun with her. I never had fun with you. You hid in your fucking bedroom, and I don't know. I just, why are you even watching me? Why are you even on here? Why put yourself through that? If you feel that strongly, come over here and let's duke it out. If not, move on with your life. It's not a big deal. AJ says she's a drama queen. She just wants attention. And that's the problem with she's a dismissive avoidant, which many people mistake with narcissists. She had to be the center of attention in every room, in every situation, at every time, always. And then, if she couldn't be the center of attention, she'd cause a drama, and fight. And I'm like, why? I don't know. It was ridiculous. But anyways. That's what Jerry was so mad about. She always had to be the center of attention. She always had to be, the drama queen, it always had to be about her, and Jerry hated that. Summer Lee's posting all of her thing. Thank you, Summer Lee. Links, yeah. That's so helpful. And she's such a sweetheart. I mean, if I was staying with somebody and they couldn't see their granddaughter, I'd be like, dude, let me go find. I'll go live in a car. I'll go whatever. You go see your granddaughter because you've helped me out so much already. He stayed here for 5 months. 3 of those months I couldn't see my granddaughter, and I even yelled at him. I got mad at him. Because he got a little loud with me about, I'm telling you, you're going to have to be out by the first. And he's like, I have no place to go. I'm like, dude, that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. My problem is I can't see my granddaughter. And he gets a little mad. So I stood up, and I'm yelling at him. I'm like, dude, I can't see my granddaughter. Don't force me to be pick between my granddaughter and you, blah, blah, blah. And then fuck you for making me be a dick to you. I don't want to be that way. I didn't want to be that way. He should have cared that I can't see my granddaughter because of him, And then, he wants to change everything around that I'm lying. I don't lie. I found this stuff in his room, and, his wife was lying to him because she was obviously still doing stuff behind his back. That's fact. I found the stuff and I said, I don't lie. I don't make shit up. You've known me for almost 40 years. I don't lie. Well, I just don't ask me because I might tell you the exact truth and you might not like it, but I don't lie.
We got Sue and $5, a place looking great, Rich, and you and Eric did a lot.
Oh my God, did we ever? We busted our butt, and Eric's gone now. He did his
community
25 hours, and the last day I worked his ass off. You were supposed to come over. We're going to do the weeding. Me and Eric did the weeding. So we're out there, we're busting, we're pulling the weeds. I got the little clippers and I'm mowing everything around every plant. And he's over there pulling with his gloves. I didn't have gloves on. I'm cutting everything down. I'm briars and branches and I'm doing this. He's over there with his gloves on and he's like, you know, I did landscaping for a living, and this is harder I've ever worked at landscaping. And he went on top of the Owasa filters and laid on his back and went to sleep. I'm like, are you serious? I'm 62 years old. You can't keep up with me.
Shit.
James McNally, is Vincent Italian American? Absolutely.
Sicilian.
Okay. My bad. He's so Sicilian that he can't be called Italian. Jesus fucking Christ.
There's a difference. I'm sorry.
Boogeyman says, Rich, you don't need to whoop his ass. I think you got a whole lot of people to do it for you. I appreciate that and I love that, but I can handle my own. I've never lost in my life, ever. I always outlasted everybody. You know what? Somebody said something about that today. I forget who it was. They're like, that's because you don't smoke. Everybody you fought probably smoked. It can't, you know, last, you know, a round or two. You know? That makes sense, you know, it makes sense. I just know that when I get hit, I see red and I don't stop, you know. And, you know, well, you saw me in action many times. And I just don't lose. I mean, oh, there he is. Jerry's here. What's this? Bernie, what's that say? Bernier Makers says, greetings from Netherlands. Big fan. Bernie, well, thank you. Here's to you. Drink up. Dominic says, if he apologized, would that be good, Rich? No, absolutely not. I will never be friends with him again because of the evil shit he said. He started he said he was going to take me down, and he started telling everybody that I killed Tracy and that I gave her too much GHB because she was prescribed GHB. But I gave her too much and I overdosed her. But see, the first thing that happens when you go to the hospital, when you die and get brought back to life, they do blood work. They do all that. And she didn't have zero GHB in her. This was like 2 years before she used to take the GHB. She had no zero GHB in her, plain and simple. And, you know, he's spreading these kind of rumors and stuff. And, you know, he said he's going to take me down. And he called, I don't know, all kinds of different things and had lawyers, you know, trying to attack me. And no, absolutely not. I can never forgive him for what he's done, what he said about my wife. No, absolutely not. I will never be friends with him again. He has lost me. And that's his biggest, it's his regret, not mine. I can do fine without him. He don't have me in his corner no more. Period. Never, ever. He can't make it up to me. He can't fix it. He said too much evil shit.
Jack the Bald, listening from London, England.
Wow, nice. Jack Theobald. Jack Theobald. There you go. Well, here's to you. All the way to London.
From London.
Will Star says, you ever think about holding a paid overnight stay tour, camping out in the tent on the other side of the stream, bonfire, hot dogs, s'mores? Absolutely. I want to do that all the time. I hate to look at my phone.
Yeah, I know.
He's really mad. Fuck him. You don't have me in your life anymore, dude. Get over it. Get it. Leave me alone. Or come over here and take me on. You're that mad. Come on over. I'm right here. You know where I live. I don't know where you are. I can't find you. I can't come look at you. I can't come take you on. You can come here. You think you're bad enough. Uh-oh, jumped ahead. Oh, damn. There's a lot of messages deleted.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that.
Oh, I guess Samantha Smith is DJ. They've been deleting all his stuff. What's he saying about stolen property?
Who cares?
He's a piece of shit. I'm trying to say anything to like take me down and make me the bad guy. All I know is I let him stay here for 5 months, and he's mad that I had to ask him to leave. It's not my duty to take care of him. He's a grown ass man. He's what, 50 years old, something, 55? He's a grown ass man. I don't have to take care of him, you know? If they would have stopped smoking cigarettes and stopped smoking weed, they could have stayed here, but they wouldn't, and I couldn't see my granddaughter. So that's it. Felix says, right, Rich. The Sicilians and Bulgarians, for some reason, hate each other. Bulgarians, okay. Hate each other for some reason. I never understood that, but it's true. Okay. J-Rod says, I bought a whole ammonia bottle on Amazon the other day, but what is the best thing to control ammonia? Having your filtration cycled.
Yeah.
We never had anything for ammonia.
No.
Ammonia and nitrites stays at 0 because our filtration is cycled. I mean, here's a simple way to do it. You buy a bottle of ammonia, you start a new tank, you put in a half a cup of ammonia every single day, and your ammonia is going to spike, and then you're going to get bacteria that grows and eats the ammonia, and it'll bring down. Then the nitrites will spike. Then you'll get bacteria that grows and eats the nitrites and brings that down. Then the only thing you'll have is nitrates. The only way to get rid of nitrates, by plants or water changes, and that's your cycle.
You lose the signal again?
DJ, you're a piece of shit. I gave you a place to stay for 5 months. I couldn't see my granddaughter no more because you smelled so bad. You wouldn't stop getting high. I asked you to leave. You actually left this door saying, I hope this don't bother our friendship. And then you turned on me and became an evil bastard. You could have came back. Hello?
Was it him?
That's him. What a piece of shit.
Look at the one right there ahead, where you were up there. One more. That's her. That's the first one.
Yeah.
Another one.
Let me block this number.
Yeah.
Where's blocking here? Oh my God. What a piece of shit. Details. Block and report spam. Yep, there you go. No more having to deal with him. You know, how do you help somebody out for 5 months and then because they can't see their granddaughter, they ask you to move out, do you turn on them so bad that you want to do this for months and months and months and months and still keep? I mean, I don't get it. I mean, dude needs his ass beat. You guys can go ahead and block that Samantha Smith completely.
Yeah,
we don't need to hear from them no more.
Just block her totally.
The Boogeyman said he's trash for saying that. Yeah, he's doing everything he can to try and, you know, ruin my reputation. But I let him live here for 5 months. You know, he wanted me to take care of him more, and felt entitled that I should take care of him. What the hell? I don't know. I mean, if he was a man, he'd come over here and say, look, I don't like you now. I want to fuck you up. And I'd be like, I don't like you. I want to fuck you up. And we can go at it in the yard. Whoever wins, you know, you won. But he won't show up here. I can't chase him down. I can't find him. I don't know where the hell he is. He's living off the city, living off of, you know, welfare, living off of food stamps, living off of, you know, free medical. So I don't know how to find him. Boogeyman says, hey, and this is a good question. Hey, Big Rich, when are you going to have all the arapaimas in the pool? Very soon. Okay, they're all like 3 foot in the 4,000 gallon, and the one in our pool is almost like, I'd say 3 3/4 foot. You know, so they're getting close to where we can put them all in there now. I just didn't want to put them in there at 2 foot and get eaten by like a prune shark or something, you know. See, and anybody that's been watching for any length of time, I'm honest with everybody. I tell everybody exactly how it happens because I don't remember lies. So everyone knows me. I live my life in a public, you know, facade. You know, I get a new Harley, I show them. I sold my bike, I show them. I get the Camaro out, I show them. You know, I don't hide nothing from the public. I live under the public eye, so everybody knows me and how I do. And I've seen multiple hundreds of people that have come through here. Jerry's been here what, 4 years now, Jerry? Almost 4 years. And you know, we never argue, we never fight. Well, he argued with Skylar. But other than that, you know, we don't have no problems. You know, I've been with Reaper for almost 40 years. You know, he knows what to expect, what not to expect, and he knows what I will and won't do. And you know, it just, I don't know. These people are crazy. You know, I try and help people out, and then they take advantage, and they get mad because I won't help them out no more. That's entitled bullshit. Holly Jim says, you don't need that BS around, Tracy. The negative vibes can't help. Right. So why are you here acting like an asshole, but you won't show up to beat my ass? Show up and try and beat my ass. Let's end this. Let's get it over with. Bill Star says, Rich, it looks like you lost more weight. You look great. So yeah, this is remember this shirt was tight on me? Look how loose it is now. It's just flowing in the wind and flapping. This is my 2X shirt. It's the biggest 2X I got, but it was my first 2X shirt I fit into. And hi, Bellstar. What did you do as a career before rescue? I had my own carpet business. I laid carpet. I painted for Earl Shive and then Mako. I worked as a bouncer for 24 years or whatever. I played out 3 nights a week in a van. I just did a lot of shit.
I helped Tracy do the electric.
Oh yeah, and I helped Tracy become an electrician and became an electrician myself and did all that. Yeah, Raheem says, you're an open book, Rich. Exactly. Tracy wanted to become an electrician. This is before her narcolepsy. And she came home from her first, she was working at Lawndale Electric, and they were going to pay for her to become a journeyman. She went to class one time, and she came home crying. I can't understand. This is too much. So I joined Clark Electric, and I paid out of my pocket for me to become a journeyman electrician so that I would go to school with Tracy, 4 nights a week. And I would learn everything in the daytime, and I'd take her home and I'd reteach it to her in layman's terms. And I got her to pass her thing and become a journeyman electrician. And, they paid for the schooling. I did. I went to school for 2 years to help her become an electrician, and she became an electrician. And I went back to, laying carpet again, so I don't know. James McNally says, I don't want to offend you, Big Rich, but don't assault him because he'll love to see you arrested for the assault. He's not worth it. He's definitely not worth it. But if you come here and you want to fight, it's going to be on camera. All he's got to do is throw the first swing. I'm not going to press charges. I'm not going to put him in jail. I'm going to whoop his goddamn ass. That's it. But he ain't showing up here. He's going to stay in the background like a little wussy and keep on trying to aggravate me with these messages. It's a little girl thing. Oh, we're caught up on all the messages. Cool. So Jerry, where you been, brother?
Taking care of the fish.
Oh, you what? Yeah, Reaper went out there and he said he couldn't find you nowhere.
No, it was back by the 350. They do a complete water change
On the 350? Really? Why?
it.
Oh, it's got ick in there?
Oh yeah.
Did you treat it or did Josh treat it?
Yeah, it's all taken care of. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, brother.
There's more to clean up. But, I mean, where were we?
Well, after this, I'll come out and help you.
No, I don't need no help with that. I just no,
Whipsworld says, hey, Rich, I want to fight. I'll meet you in the school parking lot. Not really. I don't want to ask you. You're a funny man, Whip. I just don't understand, like that whole Skylar thing. We left, she moved out of here. We were friends. It wasn't until, months later, she's hanging out with all of her new friends that she had an attitude against me. And I'm like, what the fuck is this about? I let her live here for 2 years, free of rent. And all of a sudden she's mad at me. How are you mad at me? What did I do to you, And I just told her, here's the thing with Skylar. I was like, you can't treat me like this and still live here for free. You have to go back to treat me nice, like when you first came here, or you're going to have to move out. And she called her dad and moved out that day. And I helped him load up the U-Haul. And then we were still friends for I don't know, a year. But she kept on treating me like shit. And I told her, I'm like, look, I can't even be friends with you if you keep treating me like this. You're going to have to either be nice to me or I can't talk to you no more. And that was it. And she got an attitude against me and you're an asshole and fuck you. And you stressed me out and all. I don't even know where any of this comes from. I helped you out. I don't get it. Tyler Kurtz says, Jerry, I seen you today on a movie. It was Hellboy 2. You played the kind, didn't you? Is that what you did after Jerry's Kids ended? Seriously, look it up if you don't believe me. I don't remember anybody on Hellboy 2 that looked like Jerry.
I mean, I've seen him, but I can't remember Hellboy 2 specifically, so I don't know what they're talking about.
I think he said I played the king.
J-Rod says, oh no, if he shows up in your property, that's fair game. You got the right to whoop his ass. That's self-defense, Rich. Oh, I'll fish rescue. It'll all be on video. You know, he's come here. I'm not going to press charges on him for showing up here. I'm not going to put him in jail. I don't care if he goes to jail or not. I just want him to shut the fuck up. Finally, Jesus Christ, come over here and at least either fight me or move on with your life. Jeez,
Just ignore his ass.
yeah. Boogeyman says he's trash and everybody knows it on here. Tyler says, like my old man always says, some people live a bad venereal disease. You get rid of them, they seem to keep coming back. James McNally says, have you ever thought about taking in retired police dogs so you can unleash the pups on your trespassers? I don't really have trespassers, and you know, I can handle myself, but thank you for that. That's funny. Willstar says Jerry was the basis for Phil Collins. He is the live version of In the Air Tonight on YouTube. If you look up In the Air Tonight live version, the basis looks like Jerry from what I'm getting from that comment.
That's all I am.
Okay.
I get accused of a lot of stuff. So.
You get accused of a lot of stuff. Well, here, let me look that up. I got to see. Now, I go here and go here. Go to YouTube. In the Air Tonight live version. Come on. Oh, it won't let me do it. In the Air Tonight live version. All right. There we go. There's the live version. Turn this down. This. Okay, skip. All right, here we go. It's all Phil Collins. I don't see a bass player. I don't see a bass player that whole song. Yeah, I'm done looking. I'll take your word for it. Tyler says yes, and Jerry's King that guy looks just like you, not in a mean way. It really does look like Jerry. It's crazy. Same beard, hair, the King and Hellboy too. Okay. Summerlee says that's such a good song. Listen to this. I had like a 2,000 watt stereo system in a Ford Fairlane 500. Does that sound right?
What year was it?
It was like a 70.
Oh, there's much more than mine.
Big land yacht.
Yeah.
And I had 2,000 watts in there, and I was in an underground parking garage. And that song came on the radio. And I opened the doors and turned it on. And I stood about 20 feet away from my car. It was the best sounding reverb, I've ever heard on that song. That song sounded so amazing that night on that car with that. It was just amazing.
You know, I had a 65 convertible Fairlane 500. And then they had one on Meekum the other day, and it went for $30,000.
Holy shit.
Ah!
What would you do with $30,000 right now if you got it?
Buy me a freaking house.
Uh-oh, somebody's at the front door. That's Bird John. That ain't DJ. Oh, there it is. It looks more like Father
Got a
Time.
better beard than I do.
Yeah.
And a lot more forehead, too.
Looks like Father Time. Oh, you can't really see him. That's the phone.
You're riding with you, Bridge Boys.
I seen a comment earlier by Willstar. Willstar, if you want the best Italian sandwich, And again, I don't do the pepper and onion. I like the sauce. I like the meat. At 15th of next month, 15th of August, is the Feast of the Assumption in Little Italy. And there is a place down there. If you want to go with me, I will get you the best Italian sandwich around.
Is it like overstuffed and baked?
It's
Or is it just
very
small?
good. No. They're good size. It's just delicious and good.
Jerry, if you're cold, there's a blanket right there.
I'm just fine.
Okay.
I'm not cold.
Yeah.
I saw that too. It's just no. I'm just fine. Some of these things, you see.
How's Bert John doing? He's healing up very well. His heart surgery, he don't even feel anything about it. It's the incision they made in his leg to go up into his heart.
That's what's giving him the problem.
It got infected, so it's been really bad. He's got a machine that he has to have on there, and it's healing up though. It's getting smaller. Oh, there's Bert John now.
Yeah.
Come on in.
You don't want to be on.
We were just talking about you.
Well,
Thank you for saying what you said.
People
what'd I
asking
say?
how you're doing.
I'm healing up good.
tell the people, man. Tell them you're alive.
I'm alive. I'm good.
You don't want to be on camera, guys. He still has to have this machine around his neck that sucks out, and he's got 2 tubes going into his leg that sucks out all the wetness to keep his leg from swelling up like that. And he's going in, I think tomorrow, the next day, to see if he can have his legs sewn shut if the infection is gone. And once he sews his legs shut, you don't have to carry that machine no more. James McNally says, "Can you tell me why Italians don't like spaghetti bolognese?"
Don't like what?
Spaghetti bolognese.
I like it.
You're Sicilian, you're not Italian.
What's the difference between it and regular spaghetti? Got a white sauce or something?
I don't know.
My son.
Let me ask.
I just don't.
How is spaghetti
I don't
bolognese
understand the
made?
bolognese part.
Okay. Sweating diced onions, carrots, celery, and olive oil, then browning minced beef, garlic, tomato puree, and a splash of red wine. Pour the 10 tomatoes and herbs, then simmer gently for 1 to 3 hours. Toss with cooked al dente spaghetti.
Spaghetti sauce is up to the cook, man. It's always different.
What's the drinking word? I think that was
Did you make one?
yeah, fall.
Okay. I was going to say, it'd
Or
be
falling
out to
or
fall
whatever.
or
Out,
something.
yeah.
I finally got the battery charge.
Oh, Jerry, you didn't see this. Let me show it one more time.
I saw the fall.
You saw the fall?
Well, I'm sitting there waiting for the water to fill. Yes, I'm watching the videos.
Okay. I fell into the door, and that stopped me. But then the rug went out from under me and put me backwards, and then I fell down the steps. It's crazy.
You know, apply for a job in the pinball machine.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Reaper,
What's up?
is it your car parked next to the trailer out there?
What's that?
Is your car parked next to the trailer? He can't get out.
No, I parked behind you, but that's your car. I'm going to fall asleep here shortly. Can we switch real quick?
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah, actually, I'm gonna get going. It's exactly 2 hours from me. And I came here early because Josh left early.
Yeah.
So, all right.
All right, see you, Reed.
All right, man. Later,
Fuck
dude.
you, John.
I gotta suck this up.
Travel well, man.
Later, people.
Everybody else, we want to see it again, Big Rich. Bye, Reaper. Have a good night. Let me go back over here. Here you guys go. I come up, my flip-flop hits the top step, I fall into the door that stops me. Oh, ow! And now the carpet went out from under me and made me fall backwards, and yeah.
Just put it on repeat in the background.
I'm glad you guys can all have some enjoyment out of that. It hurt me. I woke up today and I got something in my back. Like I think it's a pulled muscle, but it knocks the wind out of me if I turn a certain way. And you know, that'll go like, I don't know, a day or two, it'll be gone. But my elbows are sore, my knees are sore, my toe. When I fell down the stairs and I flipped over, I jammed my toe into itself. So my big toe is like really painful on my right foot, but I didn't break nothing. So we're good. I didn't re-break my ribs. They're good, you know. And you know, a day or two of soreness and I'll be back to just as good as I was.
I don't think a blooper video would do it justice, man.
Well, there is like
There's
video
not
after
enough
that.
for the bloopers on video.
Right. There's a video after that where, you know, Richie comes in and then he tries helping me up and I'm screaming because he's trying to pull me and he's twisting me in ways that's hurting me. And I'm like, just let me get up myself, you know? And, you know, so there's more to that video, but I just caught the fall.
The best ones don't get videoed.
Yeah.
He's trying to lift that damn 1,000-gallon pool out there.
Oh yeah, that took me like three
That-
times.
That's
I
probably
fell.
why your back's that way.
Maybe, I don't know.
And then he
That
drops it.
sucked.
Then he drops it on his foot.
Yeah. I had two poles and I'm putting it under the thing and I'm trying to pry up. I get the second pole and then I pry it up more. I put this pole under farther. I get it pried up and I'm like, yeah. And then both poles flip out and it comes down to my feet. Jerry's over there laughing his ass off. I'm trying my ass off to get this thing picked up and to put all the water in one side. Water weighs a lot. You know, it's a pain in the ass.
And that's just one instance, man. And I saved you from one the other day. That blue awning, we had that heavy rain, and that blue awning was full of water.
Was it?
I know damn good and well the next time you walk through there, you're going to go like this because it's about 6'1"
Okay.
where the steel's hanging. So you're going to touch it when you come in, okay? I asked the guy, "Will you don't mind pushing up that bubble?" There had to be 50,
So Big Rich don't get it all over himself.
there had to be 15 gallons of water on it.
Bellstar says, "Are you okay from the fall, Rich?" Yeah, I'm good. Just a little sore. I didn't re-break my ribs, so I'm very good. Just my knees are sore. My toe, my big toe on my right foot is really sore because I guess when I flipped over, I bashed my toe into the cement. That's sore. But you know, it's some damn flip flops. Yeah, for sure, Summerlee. They caught. Okay, I'm coming up and it caught my flip flop caught that top step and I couldn't put my foot up front of myself, so I fall into the door and I'm like, that's the worst of it. Oh, I got hit in the chest. Okay, I'm good. No, my foot hits that carpet and slides out from under me. Now I'm falling backwards down the stairs I just came up. It was terrible. Robert Stacy says, "Hey, Big Rich and Jerry just got off work. Welcome to the show." All right, so I'm going to have to show the video again because Robert just got here. Here you guys go. This was me last night. I come up the steps here. My flip-flop caught the top of the step. I fell under the door. Oh, ow! And then the carpet slid out from under me, and I fell backwards down the stairs.
Well, I got the battery charged and it's good for about 2 tokes. Now it's empty. Can't win.
You don't have a charge here. I've got a charger right here.
No, I don't need a charger. I need more oil in there.
Ah, okay. Well, I had Tracy on the phone with the charger.
So
So
I don't have that either.
did Josh find me like that? No. Richie came in because I was laying on the ground. I had the wind knocked out of me. So I'm laying on the ground. I'm going, and Richie comes running in from outside. And the first thing he thinks is help Dad up, get him up. And he grabs me and turns me. Let go. So I was like, just let me be here for a minute. I catch my breath and I get up to my hands and knees and then I can stand up, you know. he was trying to lift me and it turned me in a way that just killed me, Oh, the Dawn says, Big Rich, you might need assisted living. No. Sebastian says the bike couldn't kick you off, but the door and the carpet did. And you know what? I was doing good when I hit the door. The door saved me. That was great. And as long as I'm leaning forward. But then that carpet slid out from under me, and now I'm leaning backwards, and I'm like, oh, I just came up the stairs. I'm going down the stairs. Oh, no. It was horrible. J-Rod says, hope you didn't break your ribs again. No. They're doing good. We're fine. Oh, the Dawn says, I can't believe you fell like that. You got to be careful. Well, I didn't expect my flip-flop to grab the top lip and then me to fall into an open door and then the carpet to go out from under my feet, flip me backwards, and go down the stairs. I mean, it was like, what the fuck is happening? It was horrible. Here, one more time. To get the true, humor out of it. Watch my foot right there. You catch that top step. Oh, ow, hit the door. Oh, shit, the carpet goes out.
Ow!
It's crazy. I can't believe that turn of events happened in that order. I'm just walking. Oh, ow, ooh, ow, oh, shit. Ow.
Ow!
That was crazy how that happened. Glad you guys can get some fun out of it. I'm not that sore. I'm okay. Everything's good. I didn't re-break my ribs. That was my biggest thing. If I re-broke them a third time, oh my God. It would have been so bad. Holly says, horrible for you, funny as shit for us. Oh, one question, Sue-Ann says, how's the iPad? Still works. It's right here, actually. No cracks. Still works great. Does its job. It's doing good. Let me hook back up to Tracy real quick. Dun, dun, dun. All right, here we go. Okay. Let's go to, actually, I'll hook up to the front door so I can show you because I don't want to show you Tracy. There's the front door. Oh, shit, you can't really see nothing.
Glare.
Yeah, glaring. That's looking out the front door. So it's working great. It does its job. It's good. I know it went flying. I mean, this thing, I said, woo! It went flying.
Yeah, I've had the dog share.
This Sugar Bear says, we need to take up a collection of bubble wrap for Big Rich. Were you completely sober when that happened? Absolutely. I mean, it was like still in the daytime. I think it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I was coming in to sign the nurse out. Yes. And I'm like, what the fuck? It just happened. Like I fell into the door and I'm like, what the hell for that? Because my foot, caught the top step and I fall into the door, which hit me. Ugh. And then all of a sudden my foot slides out. And I'm like, oh no, I'm going backwards. And I'm laying down there and then I got the wind knocked out of me and I'm just, ow. And finally I'm like, what the hell? What did I do to deserve this? I'm laughing at myself. It was crazy. The James says, I got a solution for that area. Place in a metal ramp. No, I'm taking out any rugs there. I'm tired of trying different rugs. Fuck that. No rugs there. They all slip. Toofy says, Big Rich, you lost much weight. Even your flip-flops are too flippity-floppy now.
Could be.
Well, sorry, that's such a bummer. There's no excuse then. Yeah, I wasn't drinking at the time. Robert says, use the dragon eye staff. I'd have thrown that too when I fell backwards down the steps. I threw my drink this way. I threw the iPad that way, and I flew backwards. The staff would have went the same way. Yeah.
Keep trying.
Yeah, I'm done. I've done down to all 3 drinks. We're done. 1, 2, 3.
It's 10 to 8. That's good timing.
Any experience with African lungfish, tank mix specifically? Okay, I have an albino lungfish about 30 inches long in a 1,000-gallon with a bunch of bichers, a GATF, a clown knife, and then I have a West African lungfish about 34 inches long in a 750 with a clown knife, some catfish,
2 car knives.
2 clown knives, some catfish. A datinoid.
Oh, yeah.
What else is in that tank?
Well, there's more than 2 catfish.
Yeah. Summer Lee, she puts up, see big rays fall out of the boat. Oh my goodness. That was messed up. I dented the shit out of that.
That's on tape someplace.
No, she's got the link right there.
Oh, okay.
See, I dented the shit out of that ladder.
I didn't catch that.
Reem says, Rich, you do a compilation of all the fall videos and upload the videos to YouTube members only? We did it before when, Skylar was living here because she had a bunch of fall videos and I had the boat falling video. So when you watch that boat falling video, it should be of all them videos.
Man, it'd take you a whole day to edit something.
Chad Williams says, hope your ribs are healing up good, old man. Yeah, my ribs right here, they're healing up good. I mean, I don't feel, up until like 2 days ago, I still felt them like cracking your knuckles. I felt them moving. Now I don't feel them moving no more. And I actually yesterday I sneezed and I didn't yelp. So my ribs are getting better. And when I fell, I did not re-break them. So we're good there. I'm just sore with my elbows, my knee, and my toe from smacking on the ground. And my back, whatever I pulled in my back, because if like somebody would come here and grab one of my shoulders and twist me, it would knock the wind out of me. I think I pulled a muscle in my back, but that'll go away in a day or two. It'll be fine.
Thomas Birch was asking about the dough line. Back.
Happy American Dad says, love the camera quality of you falling down. You probably have a lot of experience in this, but would you recommend any particular security camera system? I'm using Ring. That was a Ring camera, and it's just a 1080, 1084. It's not really high quality. It's not 4 quality. It's not 4K. It's not 2K. It's 1080p. That's what it is. And it looks clear, but it catches anybody with movement coming in the side of my house. I've got them on camera. So when I fell up that, I'm like, oh my God, I got this on camera because I am walking in there. And of course it's on, camera. All right. You handle this for a minute?
Yeah.
Let me go to the bathroom. I'm going to make another drink and we'll stay a little bit longer. Ouch. Be right back.
Yep.
See how loose this shirt is on me? Oh, we're good.
Now you're bouncing off me.
No, I'm sorry.
Thomas Birch asked a little while ago or about the deal with the two white fish near the door on the top of the 4,000. They're actually red doe. It's a breeding pair of them, and they're retired. If they want to have more babies, more power to them. But we're not, forcing the issue. But that's a breeding pair of red doe. Richie said it like he's asking if it's okay. Like Jerry really cares what it is. Jerry's a grown man. Oh, you're welcome, Thomas. You're just lucky I saw it. I mean, I've got what's live down here, and Rich is going through wherever he is on here. Well, now it's moving. Yeah, figures. Thanks for the encouragement, Sue Ann, but my vape is empty. Last week the battery was dead, and now it lasted 2 puffs. Yes, I wear a bandana on my head to keep my hair out of my face. Or a hat or something, because my hair is so fine. It's when one hair or something falls down, it's like a spider. It's like walking into a spider web. And it's getting long enough that I need somebody else to help me brush it. Sue-Ann says all 6 of my issues are thriving. That's good. Thank you.
Oh yeah, we gave her the baby biters.
Yeah.
That's good. That's awesome. Appreciate it. All right. So, well, they made the trip, and they got in their new home, and they're doing good. That's great.
Did you put something out on Facebook or something? I'm talking to Sue-Ann here. Excuse me. No, I saw a video of your 6 moisures in the tank. I must have caught something on Facebook. I don't think it was on Reaper's video because he wasn't there that long.
Jamie McNally says, "Is there a reason Jerry wears a bandana on his head?" Just wondering.
Yeah, I already answered him.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Keep my hair out of my face.
Ah, you need a bandana on your chin then.
Do it this way.
There you go. Sue-Ann says, "How are my turtles doing? Did we rehome any of them?
I don't believe so.
They're still out there?
Yeah, they're in there. I believe so. Like I said, I believe so. I haven't looked today. Sometimes Josh rehomes things and I don't hear about
I
it.
know. He don't tell me nothing ever. That kills me. Okay, Thomas Birch says, "You guys have had the yard looking really nice after the yard sale." Oh, Jesus. Yard sale, that was a tremendous amount of work. Oh, I know, dude. We've been busting butt. And now I'm trying to get all the mechanical working. Like, the bus, the forklift, the dune buggy, anything I have to work on, the weed eater. We're trying to get everything running and then move from there, and then we'll move on, So
all right, Anthony Zibilis, 10 Fish Club membership.
he gave out 10 memberships.
Yeah.
Bellstar received a membership. Carrie Hogan Gilmore. Oh shit! It jumped on
Well, that's why I started running away from you earlier.
me. Was that Skindantal got one? Trevor Gregory got one.
Welcome
Dan
to
Fear
our-
2 got one. Cameron Sabachula got one. T. Cooper got one. Josh Hockey got one. Or Joshy Aki. Okay. Bub's Boy got one. Well, thank you, AJ. That's amazing.
Thanks.
Everybody's saying thank you to him.
Just in time for the end of the shot.
Jumpman says, what up, Big Rich and Jerry? Just at work checking in. Here's to you, Jumpman. Keep working hard, brother. Thomas Birch says, I know you love trains. Did you get a chance to see Big Boy come through Ohio recently? No, I can't leave. You know, I've got to watch. I've got so many new nurses that I have to watch them. I've got one nurse that I trust. Well, actually two. Well, three. But, you know, one is a day nurse. One is a night nurse. You know, I've got Latrice for daytime. I've got Marion for nighttime. And then I've got Nurse Jackie on the weekend. But all these other nurses are coming by for like one day here, one day there, and I can't trust them because I have to. They don't know where anything is. They're trying to do their job, and they don't know what medicines to give. You know. And
Oh, that's right. Jackie's going to be gone this weekend.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So
You're going to have to chase another one.
it's just I have to keep watching them and then helping them and then showing them and then doing their job with them. You know, it's just I can't leave. Loren says, Big Rich, how much does YouTube get if we donate? They don't get nothing. We are a 501c3 and we get 100% of it, which is great.
For a super chat, I don't know. Maybe.
Because we're a not-for-profit organization,
Oh, we still.
they send it through completely. But now if I was just like, hey, this is Big Rich Price's channel, and somebody donates to me, they're going to take a percentage of that. You know?
They don't take a big enough percentage already.
They don't take nothing out for me on this platform.
Well, I guess I mean they don't pay enough. They pay a hell of a lot less than they used to.
Yeah, they used to pay a lot more. We were up to making like I think $7,000 a month when the Shack deals were, but after Shack we went back down to 3,500. Now since they switched over this stuff, we're making like 17 to 1,900 a month now.
And it only costs.
We didn't change nothing.
It only costs about 32 to keep this place open every month. Right?
Right. Lorenz says, I heard the YouTube takes like 30%. Yeah, on a normal channel, but not on a 501c3 not-for-profit organization. I had to put in all my business information and you know, 100% comes to us. Thomas Bird says, Jerry, not to be rude, but when the nurse is there, can she help you with your hair? No, the nurse don't do nothing other than what's with Tracy. James McNally says, does Jerry have his own channel like Vincent? No.
No.
Reaper has his channel because I gave it to him. Me and Josh, he made that channel. We got monetized and we brought it up to making $1,000 a month. We gave it to Reaper saying anything above 1,000, you can, you know, split it with us, but you get the first 1,000. And then, you know, it's just gone downhill since then because he's not very, I mean, Reaper's a great guy. Don't get me wrong, but he's not being, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday video. He's like, he'll do a video and then he'll skip 2 weeks and then put another video out. So the channel has gone down to where it's making like $250 a month now on that channel. We've never made money off that channel because we made a deal with Reaper. You get the first 1,000, and then he's kind of like ran it down to the ground. So Josh has been wanting to get it back for like a year now, and you know, I don't do that. I won't do that to Reaper, but Harley Jim says the nurse is paid for Tracy. That's it. Sebastian says, Rich, if you fall one more time, I'm getting a nurse for you. Make sure she's a cute little blonde, okay? I can go for some bed baths, you know. I can go for, you know, I don't even have to leave my bed to go to the bathroom. Bring me my bedpan and hold it for me. No, I would never. I couldn't, you know. I just, you know, I take care of myself, and then I take care of the house, and then I take care of Tracy, and then I take care of the rescue, and doing all that, and I'm trying to make, you know, everything run around here and do everything, and you know, I can't have somebody take care of me. I just can't do it. James McNally says, does he pay your rent out of the YouTube channel? No. We made a deal with them. Me and Josh brought it up to, it's now monetized and it's making $1,000 a month. Anything over $1,000 a month, Reaper, you can now split with us, and then we'll make some money off of you doing your work, you know. And we've never once in the 2 years that we've given him the channel, never once did we get money from his channel. He gets all the money, and he's pretty much ran it down into the ground to, you know, it makes about 250 to 280 a month now. So if Reaper wanted more money, he could make more videos. And I told him the most thing that you have to worry about is to be on time, consistent. You know, put a video out every Monday and Friday, or every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or every Monday. Be consistent. And he's not. I can't make it out today. I ain't making a video. And then, you know, 2 weeks goes by, and then he puts out a video, and then a week goes by, he puts out a video. And it's a different day. It's never, you can't, you know, plan on when you're getting a video from Reaper's channel. So it's working against him. So Ann said that should go to pay you for the trailer. For sure. But, you know, Sue Ann, you and Steve helped work, busted your ass, and that's what paid us for the trailer. That's what Reaper caused us, is that $5,000 in debt. But we made it up on that sale. So, you know, I'm thinking maybe at the end of you know, where he's paying me back for this trailer, I can add on, you know, $2,500 to cover it, because it was $5,000, but we ended up with a trailer. We had to buy it to fix the situation, so it cost me $5,000, but we ended up with a trailer I can sell for $2,500. So I think all Reaper should have to pay back is the $2,500. So maybe something like that, you know, and that way it's not out of mine and Josh's pocket or the rescue's pocket paying for him. He's paying it himself. I mean, it was $1,300 for the tow alone. If he wouldn't have wrecked this and he wouldn't have lied to me, if he'd have told me, I could have been like, you know, don't call a tow truck. You know, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. You know, don't put anything on it. You know, we could have figured it out. But Bellstar says, how far does Reaper live from you? About 45 minutes from us.
Well, I think I'm going to excuse myself and go finish taking care of the fish. Make sure the floor's still dry.
Okay.
You're running on overtime now anyway. Good night, everybody.
See, Jerry. Here's to you.
Travel well.
Travel well. I'm going to make it from here to my bed. Okay. And let's hope I can cross my fingers that I don't fall.
It's a long way, bro.
James McNally says, what did Vince do for occupation before he met me? Well, he used to own like 50 properties, or his dad did, and then he maintained them all. And then they sold off a bunch of stuff, and they bought this house, and then they lost the house, and all kinds of stuff, and things happened. And then, you know, Reaper, his wife left, and they got a divorce, and then he got retirement pay, and then I helped him out by giving him the channel so that he can make more money on top of his retirement pay. Thomas Birch says, Rich, have you ever been doing something in the fish room and it slipped and just fell in the water? I've had lights fall in the water. I've had air pumps fall in the water, trying to set things up. Yeah, all kinds of times. Deb Chart said he was a pilot. No, he was never a paid pilot. He was a personal person going in trying to get his pilot's license. And he flew, you know, this and that, and he got his license. So he wasn't a pilot, though, for like making money. Isn't Reaper a veteran, a pilot? Suan says. He was a veteran, yes, but not a pilot in the war at all. Tyler says, poor Rich all alone. I would be there drinking with you if I could. Here's to you, Tyler. My dude. See, I don't care. I've been alone for almost 7 years now. It doesn't bother me. I'm going to keep being who I am, and I'm going to keep doing what I do, and I'm going to keep helping. You know, like Joshy wanted that new bike. If it wasn't for me selling my jewelry, I couldn't have afforded buying his bike, and he would never have afforded buying the new bike. And, you know, at this point in time right now, he don't have money saved up. So it's just, I made that all happen. And now he's got a bike he absolutely loves. I've got a bike I absolutely love, and I'm missing my chain, the biggest chain I had, 1 pound of 14 karat gold. I'm missing it, but it helped me get this bike. Now I love this bike, Josh's red bike with the 30-inch front tire. It's beautiful. Here I can show it to you right now. Let me go on here. This one, Oh, this is me riding my chopper. This is amazing. Watch this. I love this bike. Look at the sheer joy in my face. Now look at my dad going past, going into the garage. I love that bike. Okay. That's not what I wanted to show you though. Down here. And damn, where is these bikes at? Oh, here we go. That's my bike now. The big wheel bagger. Let me move out of the way. 30-inch front tire right there. Big fairing. I think it's a 117 motor. The only thing is I don't like that gray seat. It's got to be black with the red stitching. And there's my chopper right here with its front tire. It's a beautiful bike. And then where's this at? That's my Harley. Now here's Josh's new bike. Move out of the way. Look at that tire, that bike. That bike is amazing. It's a 114 or 117, but it's never been built. So he can put a stage 4 on there and bring it to a 132 motor. And, beautiful. I've got I think 5,000 watts of PA system on mine. That's 5,000 watts, and so is Richie. And Richie's got a big wheel bagger too, the black one. So now I can go riding with my boys. Uh-oh. Here we go. There, I'm back. Okay, we're good. So, Ann, you like Josh's new bike? I love Josh's old bike. That red one with the chrome. That's a 30-inch front tire, and oh my God, it's just so blingy, you know? Yeah, Charles says, I like your chopper. I don't like the one you got from Josh. It's not my style. But it's a show-off machine, and it's a lot of chrome and a lot of bling. And I can ride a passenger on there. I can't do that on my chopper. Jane and Alex says, so I thought he was exempt from fighting like Donald Trump. I don't know what you're talking about. Who's exempt from fighting? With the right attitude, no one's exempt from fighting. You know, that's like if people, okay, like if the law would let us punch somebody in the mouth at least once a week, I guarantee you this whole world would be a nicer place because people would be scared of what they have to say because they're going to get punched in the fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? It's so, you know, anymore it's so anybody can say anything and, you know, I'm going to sue you and blah blah blah. But if they actually had to face the fact that they can get punched in the mouth for what they say and no one goes to jail, I'm telling you, people would be a lot more respectful. Deb charges, I agree, Rich. Like a soft purge, yes, exactly. I mean, if you want to run your mouth and you know, scream and yell at something, and someone smacks you in your mouth, you're gonna stop running your fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? It's what this world needs. I mean, this world needs this. Harley Jam says, "Oh my God, yes, we need a soft purge for sure. I don't want to kill anybody, but you know, if you want to run your mouth, you've got consequences. You know, you'll be a lot nicer person from that point on." Tyler says, "I want a bike so bad, but I love in hell. It could snow in June and rain the next, but also winter lasts for like 6 months out of the year. By the way, northern New York sucks. Don't come here. It's not fun." I used to live in Yonkers, and it was not fun. It was always cold. I was when I lived in Yonkers, New York, I was the seasonal vice president of Pergamon's department store. So I'd go to work and I'd bust my ass every day, and I'd come home and all I could afford was to pay my rent every month because rent was so high in New York. It sucked. I ended up like 8 months. I lived there. I went back home, back to here, because I couldn't afford to pay my rent and have fun. Well, all I know is that people want to run their mouth and act like an asshole, and all these Karens think they can run their mouth and not have nothing to pay for it. If they get smacked in the mouth, they're going to learn to shut the fuck up and respect people. Well, I ain't going to say that because, you know, he might hit me. That's what this world needs, is to come back to that for sure. Like in the whole DJ situation. If I can get him to show up here and I smack the shit out of him, he'll learn not to run his goddamn mouth because he might get smacked. He thinks he's entitled. He can say whatever he wants. He says he's never going away. It's fine. I don't understand it because I did nothing but help him out for 5 months. And because I asked you to leave because I can't see my granddaughter, you want to turn on me? So what's up with the 5 months that I let you live here and I helped you out? You know, there's no appreciation for none of that. You know, if somebody's bad enough to get in your face and say you're an asshole, you should be able to, you know, smack him in his mouth. I'm not an asshole. You're an asshole. You know what I'm saying? It would stop 90% of people running their fucking mouth. They think they can get away with anything, you know? And there are repercussions for your actions, period. Change me now. He says, or you can do the Jesus thing and turn the other cheek. I've turned the other cheek. I've said nothing, and he keeps coming back. And he keeps on trying to ruin my life. I would love to catch him and shut him the fuck up. He ain't man enough to show up here and try and take me on. He wants to run from the shadows and say bad things about me because I wouldn't let him live here no more. Jesus fucking Christ, the entitlement of that bullshit. Deb Charge says, Rich, that did exist at one time. It was called the 80s. Yeah, I remember many times where people got into a fight at a party and no cops were called. The rest of the party would not let no one else jump in. You two are in an argument, fight it out. And then everybody else, if somebody jumped in, we'd kick their ass. Let them fight. And the winner won. You know what I'm saying? And there was no cops called. Yeah, life needs to go back to that, for sure. Yeah, see, there's no fair fights no more. Now you got, 12 people jumping in because you hit my dude. Fuck you. Your dude thought he could hit me and I hit him back. And now you've got 12 people wanting to kick my ass. That's not fair. That's not right. If he's bad enough to think he can run his mouth and say some shit and you smack him, you can't go get your friends. You know why? Because the rest of the crowd will not let them jump in. We're here to let you people fight. You guys wanted to, argue about it, blah, blah, blah. Let them deal with it. Nobody else jumped in. That was back in the 80s. Now it's like, oh, you call me a name? I'm going to get my brother and his fucking 17 friends and we're going to fuck you up. How does that make you a badass? You're not a badass. You're making people pay. You're not a badass. I don't get it. I don't get it. Somebody gets beat up and then they bring their 14 friends over and beat up the guys that beat them up. That's not cool. You know what's cool is if you got hit and sucker punched and you got back up and you beat the fuck out of him, you won. You're the man. Period. You know what I'm saying? James McDonald, I said, well, I'd hate to get on the wrong side of you, Big Rich. Well, thank you for that. Fall, everybody. Tep says, I got to walk the dog. My wife said so. My husband told me so. Go ahead, Deb. How many times of that? I'm not fast or coordinated enough to be a good fighter, but I'm great at wrestling because I'm wiry. That's awesome. Chirod says, oh, yeah, there's a bunch of crybabies, bitches, and there's too much people out there nowadays. People need to grow some pair of balls at Ohio Fish Rescue. For sure. James McNally says, if you all take my advice, go to the OFR rescue and sit on the chair looking at the fishes. So relaxing. For sure. Dude, and you know what? People come by here and you want to hang out. I have nothing against you. I just want to hang out with you and we're going to have a good time and we have fun. I don't understand how people can turn on you after you help them. I don't get it, but whatever. Wow. TJ's so at it, trying to make me look bad. Jay Rod says, and we need more peace and love in the world. And cheers to you, Big Red Shut Fish Rescue. Yes, that is absolutely correct. We need more peace and love, period. As Freeman says, there must be at least one day a year you can slap your coworkers and beat them up. Suanna says, Rich, can I bring my dog to the trailer? Absolutely. Tyler Curtis says, DJ, bro, give it up. You're a loser who needs to grow up. I don't get you. Just stop. Be the man you say you are and grow up and move on. Jane now he says, Big Rich, you should get a Rottweiler puppy. The next dog I get will be an Irish Wolfhound. Yeah, this dude's going through making new accounts every Friday and following us. I mean, if you're going through all that, why don't you just show up here and say, I don't like you. I'm going to fuck you up. And let's go at it. And Harley Jim, you're right. I don't have time for a puppy right now. For sure. That's why I gave my Maine Coon cat to Skylar, because she was taking care of it. She was mom to that cat, you know. And yes, that was a $3,000 cat. But I didn't want to take care of it, you know. It didn't work for what I wanted it for, you know. It didn't bring Tracy back. And Skylar took care of that cat. Skylar was that cat's mother. So I let her have the cat. I didn't care. So I don't know. Tyler says, long live Big Rich and OFR. Love you, Fishy Pam and OFR. You are the shit. Thank you. Suanne says, Rich, your cup looks empty. Too bad I'm not there to overpour you. For sure, Suanne. Oh my God. I already said, Jem says, TJ, put that energy into a real job. Grow up. For sure. I mean, I looked out for him for 5 months. I can't see my granddaughter. And then you get mad at me because I won't take care of you no more. You're pissed off and you want to actually take me down and make everybody think the worst of me because I won't let you stay here no more. Dude, do you have no caring at all? I wasn't allowed to see my granddaughter because of you. Seriously. If it was me living at your house, I'd be like, oh my God, you can't see your granddaughter? Dude, I'm going to go. I'm going to find a way to take care of myself. And then, come back later, you can see your granddaughter. And we'd have still been friends. But you are next level piece of shit. You didn't give a shit if I could see my granddaughter or not. You didn't care about me at all. James now says, is the cat yours? I thought it was Tracy. I bought it for Tracy, thinking it would, help her come back, and it didn't. So Skylar took care of it, and when Skylar left here, I let her take the cat because I didn't feel like taking care of the cat. I've got enough on my plate, Chad says, really though, we got to keep this going. My wife is asleep and my kids are gone, except my 16-year-old who's in his room watching his phone. Okay. So Anna says, James, Skylar used that as an excuse to get Rich to buy her the cats. No, that didn't happen that way. I bought Tracy her favorite cat, and it did not work. It did not help. And then for the next year that Skylar lived here, she was that cat's mother. She fed him. She changed the kitty litter. She took care of that cat. So when it was time for Skylar to move out, she asked me if she could take the cat, and I'm like, sure. I don't want to take care of it. I don't want to change this litter box. I don't want to feed it every day. I've got enough problems, And I let her take the cat. And that's why when we split, we were friends. I don't understand how, 6 months later, she acts like she hates me. Because when we split, she was still talking nice to me all the time. And now all of a sudden, I'm stressing her out. I'm aggravating her. No, you left your boat, trailer here, and I'm begging you, please take it. I didn't charge you no rent. I didn't charge you nothing. I didn't say nothing. I'm just asking you, please get it out of here. Oh, you have a fucking absolute, way of stressing me the fuck out. You're an asshole. What the fuck? Where did this come from? You know what I'm saying? I just gave you a $3,000 cat. I fucking, let you, I told you you had to treat me nicer or you have to move out. And you chose to move out. You chose not to treat me nicer. That's all you had to do is be nice to me. That's all I wanted. You treated me like shit. You know, I just don't get it. I don't get it. J Rod says, if I ever came over to visit you guys, we will have so much drama fun at Ohio Fish Rescue. There's no drama here. The drama queen has left. She has exited the stage. That's Skylar. The whole DJ thing, it shouldn't be a thing. I've helped so many people out, and people are forever in my debt. Thank you. I appreciate you, what you did for me. And I talk to them all the time. People just love that I help them out and get them a step up in life, and that they're on the business. I don't know where DJ felt he was entitled that I have to take care of him because he wouldn't let me see my granddaughter. I'm like, don't make me choose between you and her. I'm going to choose her every time. You need to move out. And he starts yelling at me. And I'm like, look, dude, don't fucking get tough with me. Fucking, plain and simple. I'm letting you live here and you're yelling at me. Fuck off with that. And then I fucking stood up and I got fucking mad. And I'm pounding the table as I'm talking. And I'm standing on my tippy toes. I'm like, and fuck you for making me be a dick to you. Because I don't want to be a dick to anybody, I would rather work it out. I would rather work things out before we stay friends. But, he was just an asshole. All right. James now says, I had a cat. He was a Moggy, but I called him a unique name, or so I thought. His name was Dubai, so that I remember the place to go on holiday and to remind Dubai I wouldn't end up in Vegas and start. Okay. Raheem says DJ is scaredy cat to come to OFR for fight night. For sure. He is not showing up here. I've offered many times. Jerry says, no, I meant to say we will have so much fun. We will have a blast. Cheers, Ohio Fish Rescue. There's to you, J Rod. Here's the thing. I fear no man. I don't know how I'm able to outlast everybody, but that's how I've won every fight. I've fought men that were badder than me. I outlasted them. And I ended up winning. And DJ is just a punk ass bitch. He's not even a fighter. He's a punk. He's nothing to me. And if he shows up here, I will be like absolutely surprised if he had the balls to show up here. But anyways, it's 8:40, guys. We're out of here. We're gonna end this. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. And it's been a fun time. It's been awesome. Here's to you. Fall, fall, fall.